From the mist-shrouded shores of the Siolach to the warrens and vaults of Dotun's Rock, the smoky swamps of the morass and the wonders of the Court of Stars, our heroes have passed through danger, betrayal, and the whims of the gods themselves, as they seek the legendary city of Cryas and the power of the Book of Dawn. When last we left them, they barely survived a terrible battle against the flame-scarred dragon Marinxir, a battle that saw Eren perish and rise once again in flames. Their druid companion, Korak, was not so fortunate. They've returned to the mortal world from the fairy otherworld, and must now find a way to haul the dragon's treasure and its gigantic head to Lunasa, the wood elf city where two powerful archfey, the May King and Neve of the Golden Hair, are to be wed. The way is choked with the ashes of the autumn woods, and when they find their way there, the danger will not pass, but only change faces. Welcome to Casters and Castles, Book of Dawn. I'm Tormented by Gnomes. Joining me is the usual fantastic crew. This is episode 7 of Arc 4, The Fairy Wedding. And as you just heard in our recap, we just got done with a terrible battle against a dragon. Eren died. He got better. And everybody leveled up.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I legitimately
He was
didn't
only
think-
mostly dead.
I thought that I didn't really know what Act of God card that Brent had already drawn. Like his whole plan was to be the one that died, and I actually realize now, in hindsight, I completely ruined his glorious rebirth plan by just being running in.
He was like, nope, mine.
But I guess it's because I had like the card I had, the Act of God card. I was like, I figured it was the only way. I just thought Bren was getting boomed, and if I didn't do something, he was going to die. So
I had the card.
yeah,
I had it in my pocket. But that's okay, you know.
Well, I just
Imagine
spent a
trying
lot
to
of the
kill
time
yourself and
screaming
getting
retreat.
out-chatted.
Well, I'm just a hype man on the stage, you know.
It's like Halo
Yeah.
Reach, where the whole team is having a who can have the most tragic and noble death competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eren has killed both dragons now.
Yes.
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 True.
that has happened.
Mhm.
I got up now. My sword is +2, which is very exciting. So
Yes.
very well.
That is pretty
Yeah.
powerful.
I'll be real though. I mean, Eren was not the reason that I wasn't granted a glorious death and rebirth. I mean, it was Allan.
We all know.
What do you mean it was Alan?
It was Alan.
You are a little
What
coward.
did we do?
Yeah. So
You
we're
didn't
leaving
wanna
out the
send
part
me
where Alan
into the fray.
I mean,
spent
I
the
wasn't.
entire fight hiding.
Yeah, I mean, I was. Okay, I was not the problem. You guys didn't follow the plan. There was a very specific plan, and you went gallivanting off, attracting attention before
What
we
would
were
be fun if
ready.
You
they
didn't
teleported
follow the
Thoras
plan.
to where
We
he was
came up with the
supposed to
plan.
be.
Well, we were
And you were
supposed to
like-
go in first, and then you guys went in first, and I got scared because there
That's
was a lot of
because
stuff
initiative
going on.
order.
Was there a
Yeah,
reason?
well, maybe you should wait. You know,
Would that have worked, Joe? If-
maybe you
if-
should
'cause
use
it
your
was-
first
it was
turn to
me.
wait.
It was me that attacked one of the drakes because that was the plan. We were going to clean them up. Could I have just delayed my turn and remained undetected by the drakes so that they could have done what they wanted to first?
So-
You
Or-
can hold an action, but not your turn.
Yeah, in 5th edition, you can't hold your turn like you could earlier, where you decide to take your
Right.
whole turn out of order. You could have simply chosen to do nothing in order to avoid giving yourself away. You could have chosen
Okay.
to ready an action. So, okay, when this happens, I want to pop wings or I want to attack or whatever. You did have some options to avoid proccing, even if it just meant literally skipping your turn, because if you guys had taken them completely by
Yeah.
ambush, they would have just been dumbfounded.
Look, Joe, here's what I think, right? Allan O'Dale, Mr. Jack of all trades that don't involve actually fighting, has a
Yeah.
+6 to initiative. If he is still not able to go first, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, I'm literally wearing plate armor and lugging around a gigantic sword. If that guy is just a bit slow on the uptake, Eren Vol's not to be blamed.
Legit. My initiative modifier is only +3. Feel like it's still on you, Josh, for rolling badly.
Yeah.
Truers?
I don't know about that.
Anyhow.
I'm not a warrior. Okay, you can't blame me when the war goes bad.
It does. I do find it interesting. Like the rest of us have to be quite competent in battle to overcome.
Well, don't
some of the-
worry. Oh no, actually, do worry. I was gonna get an incredible spell to blow shit up, and
Oh, what'd you
actually,
get
I
instead?
didn't at all.
Let me guess. Let me guess. You got
So
an
what did
ability
you
that
do
lets
instead?
You, what win at cards in game?
No, I
Swindle
didn't.
Thing from people. Steal candy from babies, perhaps.
No. How about disrupt enemy spellcasters? It could still be useful.
Okay, could be. Yeah.
That does sound good. That does sound
We
good.
don't have a lot of inoculation to power
Well,
spellcasters.
You know,
so-
my modifiers for getting level 10 would have been really useful last time when I got hit by 50 poison damage. Could have just been like, nope, just kidding. I'm immune now. Well, yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
I spent most of that fight seeing what Bren sees when he plays League of Legends, like just a grayscale like outline screen, because I just couldn't see anything in the shadow realm.
So what are we doing about this dragon's horde?
well, I think that we ended the last session. We were starting to search it.
Mm-hmm.
I was
You
looking
walked
for.
off and left me with the head that I,
I
don't
did,
really
yeah,
want.
I don't know where I was walking as well. I can't see.
I
in
still
the
have
dark.
Eren's ashes in my pouch, even though he's alive.
Oh,
So that's not in any way
Chloe, dude.
confusing.
2 errands, 1 dragon.
I asked. There's no soul to put into him.
Oh, no soul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put another soul into it though.
Well, no, because it's not really a
Oh.
body. It's just the ashes, right? Like, if you want to stick somebody's soul in a body, so here's the way it would work. The ashes serve as a link to the person's soul in the underworld, so you can call them back and reincarnate them and create them a new body from nature. But just ashes by themselves, you can't just say, hey, wandering soul, take these ashes. You could, but you'll turn it into a wraith or some sort of undead.
I think that no, I'm not gonna say that actually. We'll keep it PG for now. Anyway, you have ashes that aren't connected to my soul. It was actually a really obscure reference.
You were okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I heard the 2 errands thing.
I'm just saying.
moving on.
Sometimes the dragon's gonna get Eiffel Towered, you know.
Thoras, do you have any light sources in your inventory? Torches,
I got a
lamps?
torch, yeah.
Do you want to light that?
Sure.
Okay, let's get that going. Brr, brr. Actually, it's more like that. Okay, there you go.
My Chrome lag a lot, just
Yeah,
dragging it around. It takes 20 years for it to
I know.
update.
It's a lot of these maps. The more complicated they get with the dynamic lighting, the more the system just chugs. So first things first. Last session, does anyone remember who drew the last act of God? And since we're resetting it, do we just want to have everybody roll?
Sure.
Sure.
Great, everyone
can't
roll a
remember.
d20 because we have a rank 1 active, a 10 sub act of God.
Oh, beat a nat 20, baby.
I mean, it could be bad.
Oh shit, it could be bad.
How do I? Why
Slash
can I?
R
It's slash R.
space
Gosh,
1d20.
I do it every time.
All right,
Oh,
Josh.
there you go.
Alright,
Alan.
the die is
Secret.
cast.
Of another act of God he's not going to use even under the most dire circumstances. PogChamp, dude. Okay.
Fighting the dragon was not dire circumstances. We've got it. We've got some.
What fight were you watching? You almost
we were
died.
Fine. We
Me
were
too.
fine.
Okay. Okay.
Alaka almost died. Korak did die.
Let's rip this off the top, shall we? Let's see what we got.
Okay, here we go. We got a. Oh, here we go. Here it is. I can't see it. Shallow reflection. As long as you are unassailed, your words and visage carry weight.
Oh my god! Did you just make him more persuasive?
I might have.
Oh.
Incredible. Thank you,
He's already
Joe.
got a plus 13.
That might have happened. Go ahead and put that
We
back.
lost your-
Just right click and take it back into your hand. And
That's pretty dope.
I'll see if I can give you a quick descript on this while I wait for that page to load.
I think this is the point, right, where we can just walk up to the nearest townsperson and Josh can tell them to teleport us to a shuttle and be done with it, right? I mean, that's
It's
how-
like, a
Yeah,
moment
it
ago
works.
I was a farmer, but now I am of the opinion, I've been convinced that I'm actually an archmage, so here's your teleport spell. Have a lovely day.
you could just call Ioth into the bodies of people.
You know,
Why don't I just persuade all the other armies of the world to fight for us?
that would
and
make
we'll
a
just
great
become-
adventure. That would make a great adventure. It would. You run around, the beacons are lit.
Yeah.
Gondor calls for aid.
So here's how
Thunder
this
in the army.
fucking hell. Here's how this works, Alan.
Yeah.
You gain advantage on all charisma skill-based checks.
Oh,
my God. This is so busted.
Oh no!
There's
all
a catch.
charisma spell-based checks.
All charisma-based
catch.
checks. Persuasion,
catch good.
intimidation. There is a catch. Right now, you feel incredibly confident, incredibly self-assured, incredibly important. Just you feel like the bee's knees. You feel you have a very elevated sense of self.
I am the bee's knees.
Yeah.
That's the drawback. Just
No.
arrogance.
That's not the
Oh, right.
drawback. That's
I
not
was like,
the
that's
drawback.
just you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's don't worry. There's a part B of this. And I'm
Okay,
not going to tell you how long this lasts.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So there's that. Let's go one by one, starting with Thoras, then Lysha, then Allan, then Eren. Thoras, what would you like to do? Hold on. I trapped the cat in this room and I need to let him out.
Just kidding. Don't
Be
do
gone,
anything.
Salvador.
Reasonable.
Thoras.
Hang on, Salvador. I'll get you.
He's got a huge mustache. I named him after, he was named
That's
after Salvador
amazing.
Dali.
I love it.
I suppose I would kick around the loot pile
Okay.
looking for something of value.
Go ahead and
Kick.
move yourself to the loot pile. Thousands
Oh,
of golden coins. Enough to
Wait
make
a
a bed
second.
for a dragon. What?
what's this?
Ash charred eggs. Scorched by the fire and cracked. Once a clutch that would have someday become green dragon wormlings. But instead, they gave rise to the ashen husks with which you did battle earlier.
The drakes.
Yes.
Oh.
They were
Could
no
you restore
natural
my sight
beings.
of this area if possible? I can't see anything.
Where are you?
I think you may have taken me off the board because I died or something.
Oh yeah, you're in the negative zone. Bam! Welcome back.
Thank you.
So they're not eggs. They're just half.
They're eggs, but there's no like baby dragons inside of them.
Hmm.
It's just the shells,
Well,
cracked and
what's
scorched by
Thoras
fire.
had of being a dragon rider gone. I'm gonna go back to the loot pile. I'm just gonna kick it around. What have we
Alright.
got in here?
It's going to take you a little while to take inventory, but aside from thousands and thousands of gold coins, you notice 3 huge tapestries, just gigantic tapestries rolled up in the pile. A carved ivory statuette, there's a golden bird cage, a brass mug. Those are some of the bigger items. Roll a perception check, since my gut tells me that's better than your investigation.
My investigation is -1, so
Yeah,
you
so
are
let's
correct.
do perception.
Ooh,
22.
Nice.
Okay.
Pretty good.
What do we want to do? What do we want to do here? Okay, you have found a potion.
Ooh. Get the rule book out, baby.
with sap steroids.
Yo.
No, although I have notes about that.
Potion master.
Yeah, he's trying to get yoked.
You can't handle my strongest
I demand
potion.
your strongest potions.
It's the potion is sort of separated into different layers. Like there's a brown, silver, like it's got different consistencies and
Ooh.
weights to it.
It's like different, like oil and water.
Yeah, like it hasn't
Ooh.
what's the term?
It's like oil refineries, how like they split up the
I was thinking
How
more of
about
a
gold?
vinaigrette, but that works too.
vinaigrette. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Is it
got brown,
emulsified?
silver, and gray
Chipotle
layers.
vinaigrette. Nectar of the gods.
Hasn't homogenized yet. Yes.
Fun fact: Mitch
Ooh.
hates vinaigrette dressing.
It's non-miscible with the other parts. What? No, I like the chipotle vinaigrette. That shit pounds. I hate balsamic.
Balsamic's
vinegar.
amazing.
I hate vinegar.
Balsamic's
he's really weird.
incredible.
I actually don't like balsamic either. But what's the? It's
What?
bothering me now. No, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan.
I like yeah.
I could just drink vinegar and be happy. Anyway,
Oh
No.
my! Get out
My
of
wife is the
this
same way.
house.
My wife is the same way. She's like, yeah, I go for fish and chips, but that's just a delivery mechanism for the malt vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong.
But there's an emulsion. Thank you, chat. That was the word I was looking
Yeah.
for. An emulsion. Yeah. It hasn't formed an emulsion.
What is the viscosity of the emulsion?
Well, actually. So yeah, Thoras, you've got a non-emulsified potion in your inventory. Congratulations.
hell?
You should shake it and see what happens, bruh.
Just drink it.
Well, my first thought was to shake it.
Okay. Roll an athletics check to see how hard you can shake it.
I mean, you know we can get down and shake it, right?
Oh, 27.
That works.
That's pretty hard.
Try as you might, like it never mixes. Yeah, you're just doing the shake weight behind the back.
Yeah.
Try as you might, it never fully emulsifies. Instead, you've got these little like beads of the different colors mixing up and down through each other, but never truly blending.
What? This doesn't make any sense. What?
I mean,
Are you just saying that to yourself? Just
Yeah.
having a little meltdown.
Thoras is in the corner like, oh, this is so strange. I've never.
All right,
observed
what
this
if I
kind of
put
phenomena
my
before."
torch underneath it to heat it up?
Oh, you're a chemist now. You got your teeth pipettes, bro.
Got my
You tried to cut one of them
burner
off,
out.
but you
Okay.
still got one left.
Roll
With your
1d6.
-1 intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Roll 1d6 for fire damage to see, how hot
What
it
is
is.
Titration with Thoras.
A 3.
Heat non-emulsified liquid to gas Mark 3.
Hey, I was an English major. Don't use that devil magic talk on me.
English majors unite.
Right?
Damn,
No visible
get out.
change, Thoras. Would you like to leave it on the fire?
Well, I'd like to heat it up and then shake it.
Okay. Roll another athletics check.
Oh.
21.
Thoras is making sea monkeys over here.
Okay, now roll percentile dice.
Oh, God. A 36.
36. Okay. No visible effect. It refuses to combine.
What?
The Neapolitan potion of madness remains unperturbed.
Bro,
Just try each bit of it, see what they do.
well, how
It's
am I gonna
like a
try each
potion
bit?
flight, Whereas we're on a really wanky bistros that give you like the beer flights and shit.
Potions aren't permanent, are they?
I mean, most potions aren't.
I mean, Wolfsbane and Hemlock is, but
Just talk to Socrates. He'll bring
I'm
you.
just
He'll give
saying,
you the
if you
down
just
low.
found a potion and you're gonna waste it in a cave where we're not doing anything, maybe bring it to someone who can identify it and find out if it's useful.
Good idea.
that's too logical. Come on.
Goliath science is no match.
Yeah. Oh. What if I
Anything
put
else?
a gold
Thora?
coin in it?
You put a gold coin in it?
Yeah.
Okay. You have added another layer that will not mix, namely a gold coin. Oddly enough, it floats on the lowest level of the potion, the bottommost layer.
What the heck?
Well, we now know how dense that is. Almost as dense as Thoras.
All right, Thoras' turn is up. He's going to keep puzzling the potion out.
All right, he missed his calling as an
Thoras, Carmen
alchemist.
San Diego. Yeah, he's done.
Lysha, what would you like to do? Speaker of the
Lysha
dead.
is also planning to search the pile. She's actually specifically looking for anything that looks like valuable rare oils that could be used in a ritual.
Thoras has
Maybe
tons of
bring
those.
back
He
her
keeps
fallen
rubbing
comrade.
it on his
But
skin.
she's interested in whatever she finds. But like if she's keeping her eye out for something that looks oily
Okay.
and rare.
Well, just given a cursory glance of the gigantic pile, there's enough gold here to probably buy, 12 of those unctuous rare oils. There's 12,000 gold in the pile.
Cool. Well, she's definitely going to collect. She doesn't usually value earthly
Mhm.
possessions all that much, but she really wants to bring her comrade back from the dead. She
Okay.
doesn't know if he'll appreciate that if he doesn't come back as an elf. He might hate her for the rest of his unnatural life. We'll
So,
see.
fun fact about gold, it weighs 1 pound for every 50 coins.
Sick.
So
Is there any platinum around?
There is 1,400 platinum.
I'm gonna start collecting some platinum.
Okay. You want to add like 100 platinum to your inventory for the time being?
Yeah. That
Right.
weighs less, right?
2
That's like
pounds.
2 pounds,
2
right?
pounds, yes.
As opposed to like, yeah.
20 pounds.
Yeah, that seems better. So I'm collecting platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to take you a moment. Alan, what would you like to do?
Alan is going to. Did we see any civilizations while approaching this cave?
You emerge from the Unseelie
Civilizations?
Woods directly outside the Dragon's Cave and directly next to the ashen wasteland that was once the Autumn Woods.
Yeah, it was all burnt down, wasn't it?
Yes. And
Balls.
I don't know if you have I don't think you have a map, and I doubt you have. I mean, you're a bard. You can roll any skill check, but it's going to be like nature or survival to sort of know where the closest civilization is.
Okay. For now, he's gonna walk over to the pile
Mm-hmm.
and try and sift through for platinum.
Okay.
And how much space do we currently have in the bag of holding? Because his thought process here is stack up the bag of holding with as much money as possible.
Mhm.
First going for the densest things in terms of wealth, but also if he can find a civilization with some shoddy looking people to just go and donate 6,000 gold pieces to, he
Mhm.
can fill back up 6,000 gold pieces. It's almost like a for free fulfillment of his debt.
Mhm.
As long as he can do it and still return back to this cave, then that would all be great. So he's gonna have a sift through, and then he's gonna explain the plan to the rest of them, and then I think he's gonna go wander outside and take a look and see if he can find.
Would you like me to make the gold more secure? I could put it in the astral plane.
This gold, the gold in the pile.
Well, the stuff we're leaving. It would take quite a while, but I mean, for what I could carry, I could bring it back and forth.
I mean, I
Anyway.
think we can guard it pretty well, can't we? We just fought off a fucking dragon. I mean, what do you think? There's going to be thieves worse than a dragon coming
What
after
did
this?
you do? I mean, I'm sorry. That was very aggressive. That's not
What did
like
I
me.
do? I initiated this entire thing. I practically slayed the dragon myself.
Okay,
No.
now who's getting a
You
little ahead
thought
of
I was.
themselves over there?
You thought I was afraid? Merely a ploy. Merely
Listen,
a ploy, my dear Lysha.
Mr.
Alan, you were
Dragonslayer, would
cowering
you like to
in the
carry
corner
this
behind
head?
my bear.
No. I merely shit myself in order to
Thoras smells
more
pig.
accurately.
Thora smells piss.
It's well, a little bit of piss.
Oh,
a
you
little bit
did
of
pee
shit in my
yourself,
pants.
didn't you?
But it was the dragons are incredibly good at smelling. All right, it was
Listen,
part
Alan,
of my
just-
incredible deceit.
Trust me, just say you were drunk. It's really easy to
Yes, I
explain
was also
that
drunk.
smell away.
I'm gonna go outside. You guys guard this. I'll be back in a bit.
Give us
So-
the bag of holding then.
No, I must go and help the needy. You know me, Lysha.
I don't. No, I don't trust you at all. She's gathering platinum coins very out of character.
Oh god.
So I just did a quick check on the bag of holding. It has a maximum capacity of 500 pounds, and it's at about 177 pounds. So you can fit a lot of treasure in there already.
Okay.
What's that, you pissy
I
boy?
guess then I'll before I leave, I'll just start throwing in the gold coins because it seems like Lysha's pulling out the platinum ones for later. So I'm
Okay.
just
There's
throwing in
over
whatever I
1,000
like.
platinum coins. I can only carry 100. So
Well, I don't really see the thing is though, I don't want to fill up the bag with platinum coins now because I want to fill up the bag with junk so that I can get rid of the junk to the needy and we can carry around the densest wealth possible.
don't you already have 6,000 gold in there?
Oh, I've got a shit ton of gold, Lysha. An absolutely outrageous amount of gold.
So you're
Me,
going to give more to the
wealthier.
needy than you had to?
So much to the needy, Lysha. Pile it up. I'm going to open up the bag of holding. Shovel it in, Lysha. This is for the
Oh, and
needy.
in that case, here, take the platinum coin.
No. You're not understanding, Lysha. Not the platinum. You save the platinum. Give me, I mean, what is the least denomination? Is the silver lying around along with the gold?
Don't
No,
say
this
the
is a bougie
silver
dragon.
A bougie dragon. It's just
Oh.
gold.
Yeah,
Gold and
well,
platinum?
gold and platinum. Gold,
Well,
platinum,
hell.
art, and magic items. That's all that's here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just throw in as much gold as possible. I'm really not thinking about magical items, even though I probably should. But I'm just thinking about the money at the moment.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna scoop in the max amount of gold pieces that would fit in the bag of holding, and then I'm off outside to try and find some pieces to donate
All right.
the silver to free up some room.
Is anybody going to do anything that would impede Alan's ability to just keep shoveling gold into the bag? Or should I just let him do that?
No.
No,
If it makes
I don't
it
think I'm
easier to
gonna
find the
stop
items,
him.
Thoras
No.
is for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eren's looking for something.
I'm gonna try and
We'll
get
get
a
there.
little extra platinum because I might need more spell components because there's another spell I want to be able to cast.
I'm not even fighting off the platinum, so I'm just going for the gold.
All right. I'm just doing
There's
some.
also, if it makes any difference, Joe, there's also 2 Mordain flowers in there and a golden bow in the bag of holding that aren't currently written.
All right,
But I
I'll
can't imagine
add
that they
them.
weigh that much.
No, they're negligible. You should have the ability to edit this, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I shan't for now because it sounds like you're doing stuff. With
yeah,
it.
I'm in there doing stuff. While I'm taking care of this, Eren, what are you going to do?
Eren is looking for. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about gold. I think he realizes if he has to carry his dragon, he doesn't want to encumber himself too much. He's looking for amulets or rings or anything of some mystical property. Magical items that aren't swords, because he likes the one he has right now. He's good with a crown, befitting a king, anything like that. Ideally.
A crown befitting a king.
Listen, he's
You've
killed 2
raised a little
dragons
higher
right
than
now.
your pit fighter.
I don't think that. Well, listen, yes, but he has risen above his station through great conquest of victors and fighting foes. And
Wow, you think very highly of yourself.
well, I mean,
What happened to the humble Eren?
That
You know,
tried to
there
kill
was-
children.
Listen, they were in my way, and we had things to do. Listen, the point is, I've definitely redeemed myself by slaying many of the darkest denizens of the outer reaches of this world and the next. And
You kill like an entire pack of
Arakokra.
Yeah, Arakokra
hey,
rebels.
listen, look, that wasn't me actually. That was Nega Eren, the dark me.
Okay.
Like Dark Link.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was Dark Eren.
Okay, so fun fact. All the entire gold hoard and platinum hoard, aside from what Lysha has taken. Lysha, how much more did you want to take? Another 100?
If I can.
Yeah, that's fine. The entirety of the treasure trove in coinage fits into this bag.
Sweet.
Well then, yeah, I guess I'd keep piling it up. And I think at this point, I'm a little bit concerned that they're going to find me to be greedy. And it's not that I dislike being viewed as greedy. It's that I worry that if they believe that, they might take action against me. And so I don't want any action against me. So I'm gonna actually start portioning out more of the gold. Like I have plenty to be able to be working with in the bag of holding.
Why
so I'm
don't you
gonna
write us IOUs and carry the gold for us?
Sounds like a solid idea.
Bank
How
of
about
O'Dale?
200 platinum pieces for everybody? I think I did some rough math. That sounds about right.
That didn't look right
200?
to me.
300? What did you do the math? I mean,
Don't
that's
make
within
him
my
roll.
margin.
There were
of
at
error.
least 1,000 platinum pieces by themselves, and there's 4 of us.
Can-
So your math is wrong because that just includes the platinum, not the
Thoras
gold.
roll for maths.
Yes, roll an intelligence check. I don't believe you're proficient in maths. So
I am not proficient in math.
just roll an intelligence check.
A
4.
That's mine as well.
The math
Yeah.
checks out.
Okay.
I flick one little platinum piece over to Thoras. Here you go, son. Buy yourself a treat.
I'm gonna bite down on that.
No,
I'm pretty sure platinum.
I'm gonna split it. I'll write an IOU then to everybody. I'll keep an IOU in my pocket. I mean, I don't understand why Lysha would trust me with an IOU anyway. I could just edit the amount that was on it after a period of time. But
Oh, no,
Yeah,
you
well-
hand us the IOUs. You write them out and give them to us.
Yeah, it's like a receipt.
okay, no
It's a
problem.
That's
no
how that
problem.
works. It's like
So
a
I'm
receipt.
gonna put 300 platinum pieces on the IOU, and
It's more than that.
no, it's not.
It absolutely
1,000
is.
1,000 platinum pieces.
Well, considering I just can.
Divide
There
by
was also
4.
gold, though.
Well, yes, I have yet to write the gold, but
Oh, okay.
this is the
Yes,
platinum.
all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, leave me to do the maths, Lysha. Don't worry about it.
All right, so everybody
trust-
add an IOU for what did you say? 200 platinum? Is that what you're writing?
300 platinum. And how much gold did I pick up? Like roughly.
The bag of holding is
10,000?
accurate. If you close it and reopen it, it is
Okay.
accurate. There were 14,000 gold pieces and 1,400 platinum,
Okay,
of which
well
you
then,
added only 1,100 or so. No, yeah, it's accurate
And
now.
Yeah, I am
IOU
already carrying
for-
200 platinum.
Okay. Well then,
Alright.
I will. I'll write another 1,000 gold pieces each.
Right. So it's what 200 platinum and 1,000 gold pieces. Is that what I'm- okay.
Yeah.
Alan, I know that you're taking the money from us, and I don't personally care, but I would have liked to give it to the needy and to my people to help them rebuild. So I'm
Lysha,
going to hold you to this. Also,
Lysha, I'm on my
you've
way
given
to give
me
it to the
fix
needy.
this.
While
Oh, no. I mean, what's in here. I understand. Oh, would you let me take you to my people? They're very good at telling deceivers as well.
I don't believe your people are actually the most needy people around. That doesn't seem right to me at all, especially considering Lysha. Especially
Bro, you're saying this in a forest that's burnt down.
Like
My
spitting
people have
distance
no home.
from the ashen, annihilated
yes.
wasteland. The only city.
Many homeless
Your
people.
people don't sound like the most needy around. What other people are there, Josh?
Besides Lysha, for someone
There are no
convinced-
other people around.
There may be other people. We have yet to check. Besides which, Lysha, have you not taken an extra 200 platinum yourself? I thought you were.
So that I can reincarnate our fellows if they fall. You included.
I believe that should be taken out of the wider pot. Do you not think so, Eren and Thoras? Should we not split this evenly down the middle?
Eren
Oh, well, then
grunts
let us empty your bag of holding
non-committally.
again, and we can count exactly what's in there.
Why
Oh,
do you
there's
need money?
nothing much in there. I'm gonna wander off. Yes. Okay, we'll
Eren,
do it. We'll
Eren
fix
could
it.
not give a flying fuck.
Alan, as you're just scooping just piles and piles and piles of coins, just a treasure trove, thousands of coins, the snake keeps weaving its way, trying to swim to the top of the pile. And as it rises in the bag of holding in the extra dimensional space, the snake is now able to curl up on top of this gigantic heap and look straight up at you.
Oh. Hello. I kind of forgot about you, honestly.
Yes.
Come. We'll go for a walk.
Fresh air. It's nice.
I'm gonna start heading towards the entrance of the cave, then chatting to Zephyus. I'm gonna basically what I'm gonna do with Zephyus is I'm gonna fill him in on our travels so far, but ignore the fact that that I was forced to give things away in the Court of Stars. I'm just going to say that the reason that he's been away for so long, basically, and I haven't talked to him, is because I had to absolutely keep the bag of holding closed at all times during the Court of Stars. Otherwise, he would have been discovered. I'm even going to tell him, actually, no, I'm going to tell him that Anacronus has got in touch with me, but I'm not going to tell him that I agreed to spy on the Court of Stars for Anacronus, or rather the other way around.
Okay. Roll a deception check with advantage.
Oh, that's so powerful.
29.
Yeah. Not bad.
All right, let's
Wait,
see if
what?
that's good enough to
29.
deceive the knower of all
Oh
things.
my god.
It's pretty good. All right, as he walks off, Eren, the pile of coinage is now almost is completely gone, leaving behind everything else is pretty easy to sort through.
Great. That's good.
Here's a few things that you see that might catch your eye. A carved ivory statuette about 9 inches tall, a scroll bound in red cord, 3 huge tapestries, beautifully made. Tapestries are really heavy, like what, 100 pounds each or something?
All right, that's very big.
Yeah. How much does a tapestry? How much does a tapestry
Could be
weigh?
a cloth tapestry and weigh
A lot.
heck all.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, probably like 100 pounds. A potion. It's a nice red bubbling potion in a vial. A golden bird cage with electrum filigree. A jug. A gold ring set with bloodstones. A small wooden box. A brass mug with jade inlay. A lantern.
Damn, it looks so nice.
Some pots that are sort of sealed up with wax and cloth, and another potion, this one more of a blue tone.
Well, if Eren is only choosing one, he will go for the ring. It looks regal, befitting of
I
his
mean, I'm not
station.
telling you have to choose one, I'm just saying that's what's there.
Okay. Knowing Eren, probably doesn't pay much heed to the more ornamental looking things. Yeah, I think he'll take the ring though, and he likes this. He likes this red bubbling potion. He likes the way it looks. One for each hand, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He needs to travel light if he has to move his head.
All right. Add a gold ring set with bloodstones to your inventory, and you've been around long enough, and you fought in enough battles to recognize the potion as a potion of greater healing.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Thoras.
Yes.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Thoras is the opposite of Eren in that he likes practical things. He wouldn't be going for the regal looking stuff, I don't think. And he likes boxes. Boxes can hold things. They're useful. Can hold on to boxes. So
A useful pot to put things in, Winnie the Pooh.
yes. I like. Wait, what's the Pooh voice? I don't know. I'm not going to attempt it. I was about to fiddle with my go. We're going to go all over the place. We're trying to find a way to beat a Pooh voice.
It's actually quite fun. Still all the time. That's sexy.
You're aiming for Winnie the Pooh, and you ended up with Uzul the Destroyer, Lord of the Infernal Legions.
Hey, Lemur.
Common mistake to make.
So I suppose he would go for the wooden box.
Okay.
Just to see inside.
All right. The wooden box looks pretty beat up, and there's a symbol on it. Scuffed, and it's got a huge claw mark through it from a dragon's claw, and there's zero chance I think that Thoras would recognize this symbol.
Well, you never know.
Would you like to roll an Arcana check to see if you recognize this symbol?
Let's give it an Arcana check.
13.
Could have rolled in at 20.
Could have.
You've seen this before on some very famous sorcery stuff. You couldn't quite pin it down, but you thought maybe that strange spectral figure that appeared back when this in the ruins of Golden Glow, maybe he was wearing it, but you're not positive.
Oh, it's Tiberius's.
It's got a little latch on it, but it doesn't appear to be locked.
All right, I guess I'll open it up.
Okay. Inside is some scintillating, multicolored fine dust.
Ooh. Gonna give it a sniff.
Okay.
Not like an inside my nostrils sniff.
You're just giving it a sniff.
I want to know what it smells like. Yeah.
Vaguely sweet, sort of a floral hue to it, I would say. Use the wrong word, but some floral, very invigorating.
Must be like a perfume or something.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. All right, I'll put it to one side.
Alan recognized what it is if he were there. Slayer of Pixies.
Might be useful for the Fey wedding, as a perfume to freshen up before I go in there.
There you go.
What else have we got in here?
Do you want to add that to your inventory real quick? Oh, actually,
Yeah.
keep messing with stuff. We can do the bookkeeping when it's somebody else's turn.
Just quickly, is this just a ring with a bloodstone, or is it actually like a bloodstone, or do I need to appraise it?
I mean, does Eren have any sort of skill in appraisal? It looks like
it.
Yeah, it looks like a gold ring set with some bloodstones, as in like the rock that's called bloodstone because it looks like blood.
Gotcha.
What else is Thoras going to fuck with?
The lantern.
A lantern. All right. Consult the Book of Armaments. All right. It's a hooded lantern. It has no oil. It's finely made. It's got iron. It's mostly made out of iron with some silver, elements here or there.
Too fancy. Don't know if I would want that.
You can't see in the dark. Take it, Thoras.
It's too. How does it even work?
You pour
like
oil
a
in it
magnet.
and you light it.
I mean, oil, that's hard to come by. I need it for my muscles.
It's true. It's true. There's a
don't know.
limited supply. You deplete it wherever you go.
I don't know. I'm going to attach the lantern, I suppose, to my I guess my suit because I'm still wearing a suit.
Mhm.
What happened to my suit, by the way?
It took on
It's made
this.
of cosmos silk.
Yeah. So when you got breathed on and you got lit on fire, it took on these sorts of poisonous green and crimson accents to it, as if somebody designed it that way on purpose, sort of drank up the poison and the fire and turned it into that look.
How about the dragon? Is the dragon just bleeding out of it on the floor?
Yeah. That. All right. So even more red.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna.
Look like an
all right,
evil
last thing I'm
Christmas
gonna
man.
do because I've taken up a lot of time here. I'm gonna look at a random tapestry.
Okay. The tapestry, it's beautifully made, probably elven style, a lot of natural fibers and such. It would only weigh 50 pounds, very light. And it depicts a scene, you know, like what's that tapestry that all the memes are made from that just has this gigantic
Bayeux tapestry.
Yeah, the Bayeux tapestry. Like that, except a different art style. And up at the top, it shows like a valley ringed by mountains and filled with forests and Huldra wood elves dwelling within it. And up at the top in the north, a frost giant wielding a massive axe rides a glacier, and the top of the glacier is carved with towers like a castle. This glacier breaks through, crushes the mountains to the north, and the frost giants ride out into the valley, putting the Huldra wood elves to the axe.
Wow. Wonder if
Cheerful.
I killed that guy at some point. Maybe, probably. Thoras is really cool. Really great. So I probably like stopped that without really thinking. Okay. I would probably go to roll around in the dragon's blood to make
Okay.
sure my suit looks cool.
All right, Thoras begins rolling around in the blood of the decapitated dragon corpse. Lysha, what would you like to do?
You are so dark.
Hmm?
Okay, remind me what's still there. I remember there's like a blue potion, there are some sealed jars. What else is still there?
A jug, a scroll, the tapestries, the carved ivory statuette, the golden bird cage, and a brass mug.
Copy that. So going for the scroll for starters.
All right.
There's no bird in the bird cage, right? It's just the cage.
Correct. It's just a gold bird cage with electrum filigree, but there is no actual bird inside the cage.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'd pick up the scroll and very incautiously unroll it. See if we can see what it is.
Okay. It is written in primordial, so you are able to
speak
understand
primordial.
it. But it's a spell with which you are not familiar, that you have never seen before. Roll an Arcana check.
Not my strong suit.
Yeah, this is not a druidic scroll. You could probably try to use it.
7.
Yeah, it's a fire spell of some kind, and this is just you trying to contemplate it, not cast it. It's a fire spell of some kind, not exceptionally powerful, but definitely one you've never seen before.
Well, I don't like fire right now. So I'm just gonna run away for safekeeping.
Okay. Add the scroll to your inventory.
Okay. I will do that in a second. I would like to also try and inspect one of the jugs. Not the jug, excuse me, the sealed jar.
Yes, the sealed jars. There's actually a little set of them. All right. Actually, I lied. One glass jar, 3 inches in diameter. It is sealed shut. It doesn't look like it was sealed with, like, it is sealed with wax, but it looks like it could pretty easily be opened, and it contains some sort of ointment, and it weighs about a half a pound.
Okay. It's sealed though, and I don't know if I want to open it. Can I like hold it up to the light and see what it might?
Yes, you can
Does it
make
look
a
like anything I'm-
nature check with disadvantage because you only have visual and it's sealed up.
Cool.
19 or 17. Wow, those are both really good. Okay. This is Kyotum's ointment. It's a healing salve. You estimate there are 3 applications of it. Whenever it's used, whenever you rub it on someone's skin, it uses up 1 dose. It heals 2d8 plus 2 hit points, removes the poison condition, and cures any diseases that they have.
Cool. I can't be diseased or poisoned, but that seems useful to use on someone else, so I'll take it.
All right.
And then if I can, I'm gonna be fascinated by the tapestry that Thoras has unrolled and just kind of like stare at it for a while and contemplating unrolling another one and just like
Okay.
trying to take in the
You
history of it.
recognize this. Roll a history check to see how much you recognize. You automatically know something. Depending on what you get, you might know more or less.
21.
21. All right. This is a very old Huldra tale called Snjor Rides the Glacier. And shortly after the Huldra had moved into the mortal world, after the dawn ended, and they chose the Connaught Vale as their homeland, it's to the northeast of the Autumn Woods. It's where the other 3 courts of Huldra all live. They were invaded by the Frost Giants. And this invasion is what caused the Huldra to band together and perform a rite that basically gave them the Winter King, a Huldra imbued with the natural power of the entire valley in which they lived. He became a living god after that, and he used that power to defeat the Frost Giants. So it was a seminal event in the history and the culture of the Huldra. Before that, there was no autumn woods or anything like that.
Damn, I need to bring this to my people. And I feel like that's taken a while, so eventually I'd like to try and enroll other ones, but I will let pass my turn.
All right. Allan, you walked off to have a talk with the snake and to look for nearby desolate villagers.
I did, yes.
You've omitted certain details from your story.
Yes, I have not lied. I've only omitted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some might say that lying by omission is exactly the same as lying itself, but I would argue not, obviously. No, I have a different opinion.
All right. The snake processes all of this information quickly. You seek a 3rd relic.
Yes, yeah, we do.
You must entreat one of the 3 archfey.
That was, yeah, that's the plan.
Which do you intend to entreat?
Well, not the Lady Rowan. She seems like a bit of a prick, honestly. She liquefied my spirit animal, so...
Is that her name?
I know the secrets of her
The
wand.
secrets. Oh, really?
Yes.
You know, every time I talk to you, Zethius, I think, that snake, really good chap. I should talk to you more often. What's the dealio then?
Here is the first secret of Kerthan, the Rowan Branch Wand. Any mortal that survives its power can never be touched by it again.
Oh, that would be good. So I just have to survive it once, and then the Lady Rowan basically can't touch me. I'm untouchable.
She has a lot of other magic.
Oh.
But the liquefying wand, if it doesn't kill you the first time, it can never harm you again.
Okay.
What if it does kill you to get reincarnated? Sorry, go on.
Well, the problem with that, Zethius, is that, I mean, there are many problems with this. Although it is intriguing knowledge, I'm not trying to fight these archfey. They liquefy rhinoceroses on the daily. It does not seem like a battle that would be intelligent to take. I'm trying to get into their favor, surely, not survive a liquefaction attempt. The knowledge of what flavor of cake they prefer would be almost more useful to me.
Well, The May King favors all sorts of cake and has served himself slices of both.
You are a literal. Oh, not literal. Metaphorical cake. I am not a tasty cake, though. I am a bald, small man.
Perhaps I should stick to explicit fact. That first fact is technically true, but what I am trying to say is that the Prince of the Whitethorn Tree is not as interested in this marriage as the other participants.
Zethius, you seem to be a very naturally politicking snake, which, usually I would be an enormous fan of, but I am not trying to divide this archfey wedding. I am trying to get I'm trying to make it a happy occasion, surely. Is that not the point here? To acquire the relic through good faith rather than backstabbing? I was attempting to go for a bit of a tangential option, but I mean, if we must rip the entirety of the archfey to pieces, then so be it. But I was attempting to be a nice guy for once.
Each of the three desires something else. I'm sure the Lady Rowan would be happy if things split into chaos.
Oh, I see. And what of Neve?
If you want to create the perfect, most splendiferous wedding ever, that I'm sure would make her quite happy.
Oh, that does sound a little more difficult than stopping the wedding. As I'm sure anyone who's had a wedding will note. It's more easy to call it off than it is to make it a good occasion.
What kind of weddings have you been to?
They take a lot of planning. Like, they're stressful occasions.
They are logistically complicated.
That's fair.
It would take less effort to blow one up than it would to make sure one proceeds perfectly, especially for a person of my disposition.
I don't know. If you play songs with your toes again, you'd probably be fine.
That's true.
Oh,
I could
God,
give them a massive toe riff. The toe solo. The Tolo. Well then. So my options are to split apart this wedding, to put on an amazing wedding, or, well, I suppose calling the wedding off kind of benefits both the Lady Rowan and the May King. No?
No.
The Lady Rowan wants liquefaction? Does she not have any imagination?
A bad wedding is worse than no wedding.
She is a strange woman. What is she after then?
She wants her sister to look real bad.
Okay.
She wants to meddle in her sister's political affairs. She wants her sister to have the worst day possible.
That would explain why she invited all her enemies.
Okay. Well, I think it would serve me best to go and meet this May King and attempt to persuade him to call the entire thing off. I think I can twist things in his mind so that it seems a better outcome for him if none of this ever happens. I think that's where my skills most aptly lie. We can get into the good graces of the May King. Yes, thank you, Zethius. Thank you. I suppose that the Lady Rowan might not be particularly happy about it, but as you say, if I avoid liquefaction once, can't be liquefied again.
You may want to look into liquefaction avoidance options. Saying.
I mean, I kind of dodged it once, but presumably that doesn't count. Well, thank you, Zethius. You've been very kind. Now, I don't suppose you know where the nearest poor people are, do you? The working class?
The proletariat?
proletariat.
Not even working. The homeless.
The
The
Yes.
homeless, Alan.
masses.
Preferably those out of work, unemployed, or the
The invalids.
yes.
Those in
The
need of help.
the Whoa, sorry, I nearly threw up, Cepheus. The needy.
You made a pact with the Troubadour of Stars. Was that part of your story?
Yes, yeah. I'll just say that they twisted my arm with the money that I had stolen.
Any gift of theirs, harp or not, will come with strings.
That is the point with a harp.
The kind of strings that have conditions and that sort of. We're not doing the metaphorical thing here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Allan
For
O'Dale
fuck's
is
sake,
booty
Cepheus.
butt cheeks with like double speak, man.
If they give you something, they're going to want to use it to shape your behavior and twist your mind. Guide you towards their chosen path.
I know, Cepheus, I know, but I'm cleverer than they are. They are stupid. They are single-minded. They see the world in black and white, Cepheus.
Cepheus, the hypocrite.
A multitude of greys. I see greys everywhere. Gray, 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 gray. It's all gray.
That's the ashes, probably.
Fuck, could be. And I understand, Cepheus, that you just don't get what me and that harp had. You have never had fingers or toes. You don't. You cannot ever understand what it's like to just spit fire with toes.
Your information is strange and limited.
I'm gonna kind of pull Cepheus taut and strum him once.
Please don't. Dying.
See,
You
you have a very low G flat. It's not an appealing tune when strummed.
G flat, really?
Yeah,
G flat.
a G
You think
flat.
that's
If
a
any
note
musical-
and it's
you're
cute.
a guitarist, and you say G flat.
Yeah, it's a G flat.
That is the
He's a
forbidden
non-existent
tone.
guy.
The forbidden note.
Yeah.
I mean F sharp, right?
No, I mean a G flat.
Oh, fucking hell.
So Alan is a savant who knows nothing about music but can play.
Everything.
He studied at the Rambletune Academy. All right. So essentially, the nearest disenfranchised citizens who would be able to get some sort of benefit from financial remuneration.
Fucking Holdra.
Exactly. So honestly, you could go a couple days to the north because everybody has fled this area. This is the one area in the ashes that somewhat survived, and even the dragon was tainted by the fire which burned within its very soul, etc. It's 3 days travel to the city of Lunasa, where there are folk in need of help and the wedding parties have begun to gather. Or it's 2 days travel up to the next place in the Autumn Woods where there's folks who have survived and sort of moved, but that would take you out of your reach. If you just move the 3 days travel, you'll be able to find it, but there's nothing really close by.
Balls. Well,
To my people, Alan.
God damn it. How far away are the Holdra?
Those are the folk of whom he spoke, either about...
Oh, those are the
Yeah, it's kind
And
of
they're still
desolate
days away.
around here.
God damn.
Also,
Yeah.
you should be aware, the queen fulfilled her promise to her letter and her intent. She held back the flow of time to her standards.
Oh, what a pain in the ass.
The wedding is in 5 days.
You just doing Cepheus again?
Yes.
It's 5.
Yes, 5. The dungeon master was thinking about 6, but decided 5 was better.
Okay. And how far away are these Holdra again?
3 days to get to the city where the wedding is being held.
Okay, and we're going there anyway, so... Well... Shit, I guess. I'm going to go back into the cave and just explain to the others that there are no needy around. There's only the dead. And the dead have no use for gold.
Accurate.
And I guess I'm going to continue rummaging through the pile to see if there's anything that has been missed by the others.
All right, so that would have taken a little bit of time. Let's hop right along. Oh, and also, Zethius does have one more thing that could be useful to you, which we will cover in a moment. Eren, anything left in the pile that you'd want to go over?
I don't think so. You know what? Yeah, he wants the birdcage. Wait, did the birdcage get taken?
Nope, that's still in the pile.
Okay. I think out of game, Mitch likes the birdcage. I don't know why. He's just going to take the birdcage. It
All
just
right.
looks nice.
The
Was there only
Birdcage is
one
a
of
great
those?
movie.
Run that by me again, Josh?
Was there only one of those bird cages?
Correct.
Mm.
All right, add a
That's
gold birdcage with electrum filigree to your inventory.
Eren's probably going to have try and have Allan see if Allan knows anything about the ring or the birdcage, because he doesn't know this stuff, and this guy's a circle of lore and ass wiping.
Can I do an Arcana check on the on the ring?
Absolutely. Roll it.
Actually,
no advantage on this. Go ahead.
Does it look magical, or would it be more of a history check?
Arcana to determine if it is magical. History to determine, who made it and stuff. 11. And a 10.
11 and a 10. Not particularly great on the ring.
Nothing super recognizable, honestly.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. The birdcage, though, I am familiar with, and I'm just gonna bullshit this a little bit because I would really like to borrow the birdcage for a while. It will require a little further study, though. Perhaps overnight, and I shall have it back to you in the morning with a thorough understanding of what it was originally intended for. I imagine a birdcage would have gaps that he would be able to go through, actually. So, no, this is to actually catch a bird because I want a pet bird that I can awaken.
You want
Isn't that just an Aarakocra?
Those are sentient beings, Thoras, and that's wrong.
Wait, so you need this cage for a night?
Yes, in order to thoroughly study it. I'm afraid the ring, not quite in my understanding, but I have tomes about this kind of system that I believe that one night's study and I'll be able to crack its secrets.
Well,
after all, why would a dragon have a random bird cage? It makes no sense on the face of it, does it?
I like this bird cage though. I tell you what, I'll get it from you in the morning. If you don't know anything about it, then that's fine. If you don't return it to me, I'll gut you. How about that?
I would never dare steal. You know me as a thief? I've never stolen a thing in my life.
Listen, it's a nice bird cage. I don't blame you for it.
Incredibly insulting. I'm going to stalk off. as if in...
All right.
in
Mitch, something has happened to your audio.
Okay. Hey?
Something's happened to your audio. You sound weirdly muffled.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yep, that's way better.
I was just fucking with the noise suppression feature in Discord.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So, okay, you have the fucking cage. I'm coming for it, though, bro.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all. Eren is good. Okay. How heavy is this head? Approximately how heavy is this fucking dragon's head?
Okay, let's start with. This is going to be one of the worst things I've Googled recently. How much does an elephant's head weigh?
Oh my god.
Oh no. Now my soul hurts.
Skull and jaw can reach up to 180 kilograms. In total, may weigh up to 400 kilograms.
Holy shit.
For those playing along at home, that's 880 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, that roughly tracks. I think that tracks.
What in the fuck?
I mean, I'm not fucking...
I mean, a human head is like 10 pounds, according to chat. I believe chat right now, because why not?
Then, I think instead, Eren will attempt to remove one of the... Does it have horns?
I don't think so. Green dragon, D&D. I think green dragons have like a crest. Yeah, they have a crest. They don't have horns.
Right. What do you even do with a dragon's head?
I mean, you're the fucking Goliath. I didn't know if we needed evidence of this dragon. Like, that we killed it.
Take one of its eyes.
Well, I don't know. Would Thoras know what you did with a dragon's head? Because he knew that the Lady Rowan said you can Thoras can keep the head, is what she said. She was like, you kill the dragon for me, you can keep the head.
Well, you are at the very least aware of the fact that they look sick hanging over your fireplace.
Ah, that is a good point.
Right, I don't want this. I don't really need a trophy of this. So, if you want the head, I mean, the Lady Rowan's gonna have to take our word for it. She'll know. She'll know everything. She'll know.
Thoras does not want a trophy of something he did not kill.
That's true.
Can you reincarnate a dragon?
Let's look at the spell reincarnate. It's just
I guess
gonna,
it
we're
has
just
to
gonna
be a
go through this
human,
campaign
probably.
with like every single person comes back to life as a dwarf or a hobbit or something. All right, reincarnate targets. You touch a dead humanoid or a piece of a
no, it
dead
doesn't work.
humanoid.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
Fair enough.
Eren will attempt to take a scale from the green dragon.
Okay.
He'll attempt to remove one. Oh.
All right.
I want to start singing Green Dragon. Anyway. Lord of the Rings reference? No one? Just me? Cool.
I
Bye.
didn't.
Silence! I am removing the scale.
You drink your fancy ales and you drink them by the flagon.
Yeah. That's the
Thank
one.
you.
Mhm.
There you go, Ash. All right, so this would be a nature check, but using your dexterity instead of your intelligence in order to remove the scale.
Right.
So,
Okay.
are you proficient in nature? I'm going to say probably not.
No, I am not.
Great.
Would you like my help?
Yeah.
Thoras is also.
Help me claim this.
Descale
Help
the
me just get this
fish.
scale. I just want just the scale. I just want
Can
the
I
scale.
use my knowledge of nature to help guide him?
Yes, you can. Roll knowledge, just for starters.
Just knowledge, not nature?
Yeah, roll nature. I'm looking something up.
26.
26. Okay.
How big is the scale?
God. All these sides of dinner
It's not
plates? Maybe
like
like
the size.
Yeah.
saucers?
Get a couple of them and make a shield for yourself.
Yeah, if they're small, I don't know if I can get a shield
What?
for cowering behind.
For looking fancy.
Maybe it's like the guy from Record of
Okay.
Graincrest War with like
So-
his thing, but
Lysha, was that a roll to see what you know, or was that a roll to get in there and start working?
That was a roll to like, Eren's the one doing the dirty work. That was a roll to
Mm-hmm.
instruct him.
Got it. Okay. And Thoras, you know how to scale them as well, right?
Well, no, it's a descale a fish.
Okay. Make a nature check, but are you proficient in nature?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Make a check with a dexterity-based skill, because you're proficient and it's dexterity. And I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
And Eren, make just a... Ooh, nice. Eren, just make a dexterity check, since you are not proficient.
okay. I get +2. Oh no, it's not a saving throw. Never mind. All right, I'm rolling.
Ooh.
All right. Between the three of you, you harvest a large bag of scales, 45 pounds of scales.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
All right, gang, I got this. I'll hold the scales. To be fair, it's 45 pounds worth, so I've got the capacity left.
You can forge this, or someone who's skilled can forge this, into armor.
You know, Eren likes his gear score
Eren
upgrades.
seems to be in
Always
pretty
like,
good shape at the
yeah.
moment.
Maybe you would want to make Thoras some armor.
Thoras needs no armor.
Thoras is an idiot.
Thoras knows the internal workings
Barbarian.
of his muscles.
How can he oil himself up if he's wearing armor?
Yeah.
So, Lysha, with your result that you got, first off, what was that other roll that I just saw? Oh, on armor defense. Yeah, that's fine.
Fair enough.
Lysha, with that roll that you got, which was pretty high, you know that this could be crafted into dragon scale mail. And the cool thing about that is that, one, whoever wears it gets resistance to poison. And 2. Okay, so it gives you resistance to poison. It's a +1 scale mail armor, so it's better than normal armor. It gives you advantage on saves against the frightful presence and breath weapons of all dragons. It can find green dragons if you're wearing it. And perhaps most importantly for you, it is not made of metal. It is a natural material.
You want these scales, Lysha?
Which means you
Yeah.
could wear it.
I do.
All right, you can have them. Here you go.
All
But
right,
can you carry them though? Because I need to take these tapestries to my people. Can you help me?
Wow. I'm your porter now, is it? Oh, well.
I can give you some amethysts.
No, these curios don't. I'll just carry your damn scales.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I'm gonna. If I know it's kind of out of order, so if Thoras has stuff to do, I'll wait. I just want to unroll one of the other tapestries.
All right, Thoras, anything you'd like to
Just
do?
gonna go through everything else, really.
Okay, there's the sea green potion with sort of a jellyfish bubble floating in it. There's the jug. And Lysha, did you take the scroll?
I took the scroll and I
Okay.
took the sealed jar.
Have we
Yes.
just
What about the
looped for
mug?
90 minutes.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I do have something I'm planning as soon as Josh gets back.
Okay. Hey, Ash, can you bring the bottle of wine and a glass, please? Okay, thanks.
Smart. All right.
I mean, we're still looting, so you know.
Yep. So there are 3 tapestries, the statuette, the mug, the jug, and the potion remaining.
I mean, a dragon wouldn't keep around random objects, would it? You know, it's got to be used for something. What does the jug look like?
Were you gonna say something, Mitch?
Yes, this dragon just seems to have such a curiosity for assorted receptacles.
The jug. Oh, right.
The jug.
Das Jugen.
The jug is a special item? It's not just a normal jug?
Yes. It's a ceramic jug. It seems to hold up to a gallon of liquid. You can hear it slosh, and yet it is empty.
Thank you, darling.
What the? Okay. I'm going to pour some in my mouth.
Okay. You tilt it up towards your mouth, nothing comes out.
But it's sloshing.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to dunk it on my head.
Nothing comes out.
What? Okay. What if I put the whole potion, including the glass, in it?
I would shelve it if I were you, just to see what happens.
Which potion? The sedimentary, non-emulsified
the
potion?
sedimentary one. What if I just place the glass and all, just place it in the jug?
You can hear it rattling around down there. There's also
Down
slosh.
there?
Yeah, did you drop it? It's a gallon jug, and it's ceramic, so you can't see through it. If you just dip the thing in and don't let go of it, it just goes in and you don't feel anything.
So weird.
What? There's a mug, isn't there?
There's a mug and there's a jug, and you're currently dipping the potion in the jug, if I recall correctly.
You are
Alright.
a mug.
I'll pour the pitcher into the mug.
Nothing comes out.
What? Not even the potion?
Oh, the potion falls back out, yeah.
Okay. This is too much for Floras's brain, but I'm gonna gather everything else up.
All right.
Just grab it. Who knows? You can get it appraised later, bro. Just take it.
Yeah. What is this statue? Do I recognize this?
No, the statue appears to be of a Huldra wearing a huge wooden mask carved in this idealized, grandiose style.
Oh, you
Well.
got memory one.
It's not for me, but I think it might be. I mean, somebody might like it. I don't know. Lysha, you might like it.
What might I like?
Just gonna toss the statue towards you.
It is an ivory statuette of the Winter King himself, who still rules after these hundreds of years.
Thoras, this is a gift beyond compare.
I don't know. He looked like an elf.
He is. Yes, he's an elf.
Hmm.
True,
We're just
true.
gonna-
Thoras
Yep.
always knows. It's true.
I will stow that.
All right, add a ivory statuette of the Winter King into your inventory.
So I've got-
Remaining, you took the jug, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, a couple of things. One, there are 3 tapestries left, a brass mug with jade inlay, and a potion. It's sort of a greenish blue, and it's got this bubble that looks like a jellyfish floating around
I'll
in
take
it.
the mug.
All right, add
I'll
the
take
brass.
potion.
All right. Brass mug with jade inlay and weird bubbly potion. Blue with a jellyfish bubble. That leaves the 3 gigantic fuck off tapestries. Allan,
Hello.
before you go back inside, the snake has an offer for you.
Mm.
The snake knows a rune that is carved into the living wood of the city of Lunasa. That
Okay.
with the right spell, you can go right to it.
Ah.
But you don't have that spell.
Mm.
So if you give him one of your 5th level spells that you know, actually no, you're a bard. If you swap out one of your spells that you know, you can replace it with the spell Teleport Circle. In exchange for a secret.
What do you mean in exchange for a secret?
Tell me a secret.
Something that. How are you defining secret? Something that you don't know, or something that I have not told anybody else?
Something you've not told anybody else. And you can have the spell Teleportation Circle.
You realize there are many secrets that are totally meaningless.
And they will all be mine.
So I would
my.
have to swap out a 5th level spell for this spell.
Any spell that you know. Swap out
Any
one
spell that I know.
Swap out one spell that you know for Teleportation Circle, which, by the way, you are allowed to do every time you level up. If you are a
Oh, really?
class, yeah, yes.
I haven't been doing that.
Every time you, all right, well then consider this, a tutorial to do that. Every time you level up, if there's a spell that you don't like, you can replace it for another spell.
Right, I see.
Yeah. The trick is, if you get rid of all your level 1s and replace them with level 5s, now, you can do that like twice a day at most, so.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking. Allan is thinking about whether it is a good idea to piss this snake off, because if he tells them something totally useless, like he was thinking of telling him that he took a turd earlier in the day that was 4.5 inches long. Like that's something he's never told
Amateur.
anyone. That's a
Amateur.
secret. But I mean, he's not going for length or girth. He's just telling a fact.
Oh, okay, right.
It wasn't supposed to be a brag or a boast. It was just
You
supposed to
can't
be
say
a
that
fact.
Alan doesn't sometimes check his turd to see just how.
Well, he measured
long and
this one.
unbroken it is. Right. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's the thing we know
Oh.
now.
one needs to measure it in the wild in order to dig ample-sized holes, And we were out in the middle of nowhere.
Guys are weird.
Okay, well then he's gonna go for this because this is yes. He says to Zethius, "Very well, I accept a secret and a spell for teleportation circle."
Mhm.
Would you? Okay, and he's gonna get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of charm person.
All right.
'cause
Ooh.
Who needs that?
When you have persuasion expertise,
You only
yeah.
used it a ton.
I actually almost never use it because the problem is after an hour they know that you're charmed, and it only works on. I don't know. I occasionally used it. I think. I don't know.
It only works on people you'll never encounter again, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, I am going to tell him a secret. Zethius, come here. I'm going to whisper in Zethius's little snake ears. During that battle with the dragon, I actually was very scared it wasn't an act. I actually didn't mean to piss and shit myself. but I did anyway. I fear I may be a bit of a coward, but if you act the way you want to be in the future, then you'll eventually reach there. And I immediately draw back. Don't you ever tell that to anybody else. That's a secret between me and you, all right, Cepheus?
Secret.
As you pull back, it looks like the snake, you know how when snakes unhinge their jaws to swallow something, you can see it like traveling through them? It seems its mouth didn't open, and yet it seems to have eaten something. It's visibly like changed in a way. And it now let me tell you the spell. It curls up and stop hissing in my ear. It goes just go. Erase charm person from your erase charm person from your character sheet. Replace it with the teleportation circle spell, and an image is burned into your mind of a twisting knot, like a knotwork design inlaid into the wood, containing arcane sigils sort of hidden within the design. You now know it by heart.
Okay. Right.
There may be something else too. Give me one moment. Maybe something else. When you first gain the ability to cast this spell, you learn the sigil sequences for 2 destinations on the material plane, determined by the dungeon master. Okay. You've learned the teleportation circle for the city of Lunasa, and you've learned the teleportation sigil for Artelane's island.
Oh. That would have been helpful when we went back to fight Siva rather than having to deceive all of those poor people.
Hey, it gives you a chance to actually do your character's thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I can now teleport. I mean, I don't know whether that's going to be useful in the future, but hey ho. We haven't actually interacted with Artelane at all since the very, very, very beginning, right?
Yeah, you guys have
It's
hung
been a
out with
long
him
time.
for like 2 hours max.
Right. So that might be someone's brain we want to pick again in the future. All right. Okay.
It's also a shortcut to the Northern Kingdoms.
Sure.
This is the point in the campaign where you get the airship, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
fast travel is unlocked.
How does this spell work then? Can I take many other people with me? Is it just a...
It takes a minute to
single
cast.
thing?
So basically you take some chalk and you need inks infused with precious gems worth 50 gold. So you can basically just spend gold to do it. You draw a 10-foot diameter on the ground, and you draw the circle, spend a minute casting it, and for 1 round, any creature that walks through it pops out on the other side.
Okay.
It's open for 6 seconds, and then it closes.
Okay, and even though it requires these rare chalks and inks and things, are we assuming that I would already have those and I'm able to do it now, or do I need to stock up on them?
For once. You can do it once with what you've got, and for 50
so it's
gold,
like
and after that,
the snake gave me a
shop
little
for it.
pouch of them as well as the spell to begin with.
Exactly. First one's free.
Okay. Well, now I'm tempted to just piss off to Lunasa for the night without telling anybody where I went.
I'll be so mad.
But
I wanna meet
then,
my people.
yeah, but then, I mean, we need to go there anyway. I could go and just give all the gold to Artelane because he's a homeless old man on an island. But it seems more, yeah, there must be some needy people in Lunasa. I mean, there's...
It's the only major settlement that actually survived the fiery apocalypse by shunting itself into the other world. So
very well. I'm going to return to the rest of the people inside. I'll retcon and have that conversation with with Eren about the bird cage, and grab the bird cage, and then I'll tell everybody that I have discovered while they were busy fighting the dragon. While you fools were busy smacking the dragon with a big stick, I have discovered a method of being able to teleport us immediately to Lysha's people.
That means we can bring the tapestries. Help me unroll the others. We might need to bring them too.
Tapestries?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These are
Tapestries?
sacred relics of my people, Alan.
Fine.
Big
Sure.
rugs.
Big rugs. Yes, very, very important. Must bring the big rug. I thought you'd be a little more excited about seeing your people rather than just bringing them fabric, but
Of course, it's both. I'm excited about both, but now I can return ancient relics that have been missing.
very well. Do we want to spend the
And
night
it might
here?
help
Or?
ingratiate you and your half-blood self to them, so,
Yes, careful with the half-blood stuff.
the truth hurts.
Oh my god.
Alan, are you going to take that?
Yeah, because I don't want to kick up a fuss about it because I don't want the others to know too much about my background anyway. Oh, actually, I mean, yeah, I am.
Okay. You feel this cracking sensation within your very psyche as that bulwark of confidence that you were infused with earlier collapses.
Oh,
What should have been just a minor little insult, a little dig you can brush off, you feel attacked, undercut, and you are now doubting yourself. The power that you were infused with that gave you advantage on all charisma-based checks is gone, and for the next 24 hours, you have disadvantage on all charisma-based checks.
Oh.
You know what, Lysha? Keep your shitty rugs to yourself. All right.
Oh my god.
Don't.
Okay.
You've really hurt me. All right.
Whoa, Alan.
Okay.
It's okay.
No, all right, Thoras. You keep your dumb brick-headed self to yourself.
Listen,
I'm
Green
going off
Dragon
into the fucking
didn't
woods.
bother him, but
Alan,
this
it
has,
was
yeah.
true though. It would help my people accept you potentially. I mean, you are half-blood. You can't get around it.
You fucking elitist prick.
I didn't say I felt that way, but you met Korak.
Yeah, he's
Korak.
a dumb bear. He's dead now as well.
I tend to fix that.
You know what? Fix that. What, and resurrect him as an insect or something? I'm sure that'll be helpful back in his fucking elitist society where they only accept, full-blood insects when he gets resurrected into his
Alan, you are being even
reincarnated
more nasty
form.
than you normally are. I don't think you mean most of what you're saying.
Yeah, well, you lot can find your own way to Lunasa.
Whoa.
I'm gonna start walking outside.
Listen, Alan, two things. First of
I'm
all,
gonna unroll another tapestry and let him be.
All right.
yeah, you have my bird cage. First of all, secondly, I mean,
Yeah.
half
I'm
bloods stick
rattling.
together. You know what I mean? I'll rattle you like that bird cage if you mess it up, mate. All right.
You know,
I'm gonna be careful with it.
listen,
Got no
Thora
beef with you.
is half giant.
Or Goliath, really. either one.
What?
That
It's
Alan,
you are half
you're
giant.
not alone.
That makes you all halflings. I'm the only pureblood. It's fine. We're all fine.
You're
Yes, Lysha and her little band of half-bloods. Oh, I'm sure they'll sing the praises of you. Come trotting home with all of your different band of degenerates.
Actually, I'm very unpopular for spending time with
Oh,
Alan, I
I'm-
think your mental was weak like a young child.
yeah. I'm going outside. I need
Listen,
some
Alan,
fresh air.
My crack, all of them is filled with ash. All right. If you have a way of getting us the fuck out of here, then I will gladly take you up on it. My spit is black, my snot is black, my earwax is black, and listen, it's all black right now. It's very bleak. You know what I mean?
How do you
Everything
know
I
other things
produce
are
is black. Listen, I even when I go to the toilet, right? It's inside me. This ash, it permeates every crevice of my existence. And it's in my hair, which I don't like. So if you have a way of getting us out of here, I would love it if you could share it with the class.
I'm only willing to take us to Lunasa if Lysha apologizes and tells me what a valued part of this party I am.
Lysha, please just apologize to him. Just
What a
God.
respected and valued and honorable member of this party I am, and how much she's going to stand up for me with her other
All right,
elitist.
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Elder.
Honorable.
Mm.
Doesn't sit right with me as a Goliath.
Hey, in
Alan,
what way am I not honorable?
Listen,
you denied me my honorable death.
denied you an honorable death.
Wait, how'd that happen?
Alan, I
you
also
dishonor.
take issue with the word honorable. However, I will say that you're a valued member of this party and that I will speak up for you despite your half-blood.
Valued and respected.
10 points to Gryffindor. Thank you,
Respected.
Lysha Granger.
Valued and respected, Lysha.
Respected by whom?
By you.
By me. Well,
Lysha,
I
Valued-
respect
be
your
very
ability
careful
to
about how you
play
proceed.
music with your toes.
Yes, that is quite the feat.
It
Yeah.
was miraculous.
Yes.
I'd
You
like
make it
you
look
all to
like
go around in a
me.
circle and tell me one nice thing about me.
Mm.
And then I think I'll feel all right to take
Well,
a
I already
few
took
more.
musical toes, so you
I
can
will
all
go
go.
No,
first.
no,
Yes.
another one, Lysha.
Alan,
We'll come to you last, but I do need another one.
I'll go first. Alan, I appreciate the prismatic nature of your bald head as it amplifies the range of any light source held near it, thereby making dungeoning much easier. We can see
Spelunking.
far further. And I think that is quite the gift.
His
In
head
fact,
is
we'll put-
coming back.
Were
though.
we to put glitter on your head, we'd be living a kaleidoscopic existence, something Jimi Hendrix could only have dreamed of.
Eren, he's not bald anymore.
Oh,
No, I think I was bald. I think I decided that I had just kept it bald.
Yep, that's canon. We talked about that. Can confirm.
Okay.
Very well.
furthermore-
Thank you, Eren.
Oh, no, yes. That was enough. Good. Thank God.
Thoras.
You have taught Thoras that despite being small and skinny and weak and an unusual
A
obsession
little
with
frail, maybe
material
slightly
value,
effeminate. I mean, you know,
and
still
the fact
contributing.
you cannot grow hairs. You're a
I'm
little
sure
bit
he grows it in
weird,
some parts of his body. It's not his head.
and you use magic instead of swinging swords or axes very hard. Despite that, you have taught Thoras a valuable lesson that sometimes the weak need to be protected.
That
Yes,
was
he
there was
means that you're
nothing
protecting
nice
the weak,
about
Alan.
that at all, Thoras.
No,
You
Thoras,
insulted me constantly and
No.
said I had taught you one lesson.
it is not your
Oh, mine
fault
is
that you
very
are weak.
similar. You've taught me patience by being such an incorrigibly horrible person that I learned how to be patient.
I'm outside. I'm leaving. I'm out
Oh,
of here.
Alan, stop!
How hard is it to be just to say something nice to you guys? I did it. It was effortless, really.
Eren,
otherwise,
you're a
it's
celestial.
just
you're a very
me-
nice person.
Otherwise, it's just me and Eren going to Lunasa, and you two can
Whoa,
rot
whoa,
here
whoa,
for
whoa.
Just
all
the
right.
boys
cave.
back to back, you know?
Thoras
Till the end.
has protected you.
Thoras
Ooh,
must
right.
Alaka,
give
you go
reasons
next.
why I am a valued and respected member of the
So-
group.
Thoras smelled that you had also shit yourself, but I didn't tell the rest of the party.
That is, you are just saying potential nice things you have done for me, not things that I am. I want nice things about me, not nice things you've done for me. Besides which, I've already discussed the
What do you want me to do?
shitting myself puzzle, and I did it on purpose.
What do you want me to do? Why? Thoras is confused. Can you use your magic or not?
Why? I will only use my magic if you tell me why you value and respect me.
Thoras is going to
He-
sit on the empty pile of gold.
Thoras, he was the one that got us to fight the dragon that you wanted to
So
fight.
you're sitting on the
remember?
ground because there's nothing there.
Yeah, the gold's been
so-
scooped.
Yes. Thoras is going to sit here and think.
Very well.
Oh, all right, I'll go.
Oh, I was going to say Olika, but that's all right.
Oh no,
Olika.
Alaka. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Olika?
I like your music very much.
I already
Thank
said
you,
that.
Olika. Thank you. That is a wonderful comment and an example of exactly what I was looking for.
How is
Ooh,
what I
Thoras
said in the
knows.
first place not count? Why do I have to say
Alika learned
two?
from the best, obviously.
Thoras?
Thoras knows.
I
Thoras,
hate you.
Alan knows many words.
Thank
True,
you,
Alan.
Thoras.
You do know a lot of words.
Absolutely splendiferous. Thank you.
That's a good one. See, Thoras will try to learn it.
Don't strain yourself. Lysha, have you come up with anything? Oh, insulting one?
First of all, I was the first to pay you a compliment.
You insulted the ever-loving shit out of me to begin with.
No, I simply called
Maybe
truths
that's-
into light. But in
Maybe
spite
that's
of that,
Holdra affection, you know?
I will say that I appreciate and respect
Yes.
that your view of the world is so very different from mine, but that you teach me how to look at the world through different lenses, even if I don't always agree.
Yes,
You know
yes.
what? That's really quite nice of you, Lysha. I haven't ever
Yeah.
thought of myself as the wisest of the group, but you are
I
right.
did not say that.
I definitely do see the world in many different ways,
Wise and
whereas you are
so-
very one-dimensional in your
That's
perspectives.
not anyway.
wise and so weak.
What?
So puny.
It's almost as if
That-
his wisdom and strength are
Must-
inversely proportional. though.
must
He,
be
he balances
protected
it
We
that
don't
out.
need to say anymore.
like a
We can all
tiny-
enjoy the peace and quiet now as I do
Aaron.
Oh,
my
no, I
magic.
think we should all say something nice about all of us now that we've started with Alan. Let's
Yes.
do Eren next.
Aaron, draw an act of God card. Chat triggered
Fuck.
one. Thank you, chat.
Aaron,
Aaron, draw an act
you're
of God and let me
not-
know what it is.
Your muscles
I
are
will-
comparable with mine.
Damn, all right, shit. I thought you were just going to try and build him up to it, but you went for the vinegar stroke straight away. Okay. Here's the.
What
Yeah, hold on.
happens now?
Behold the light of the stars. Let the cruel and hateful beware. Glittering veil. I'm trying to
Okay.
drag it so it's
Yep,
visible.
that's fine.
I'm failing. Indeed. Yes.
Okay, screw it. As you begin to shower Eren Vol with praise, glittering light appears throughout the entire chamber. Beautiful for some to behold. Alan, roll a Constitution saving throw.
4.
Alan is blinded by the light.
Ah! What the fuck?
And
No
a,
one's
di-
heard
I'm trying
singing
to
of that.
concentrate.
a divine voice rings out. Eren, your father is in a great deal of trouble. Move the plot along so you can go meet him and either get him off of this wicked path or kick his ass.
Was that Lassie? Timmy start down a well? Oh, shit.
Yes, the well's in Lunasa where the plot is. Let's go.
Listen, I'm glad
I
we
am
managed to-
unrolling the last tapestry.
Alan, you clearly have a way to get us out here. You're definitely withholding information, which is fine. You know, all you know, you don't need to
I
divulge
didn't
it to us.
withhold anything. I said I had a way out. I just
Oh,
said
you-
you had to
but-
be nice to me.
I mean the specifics of it, Alan. I was just saying
Oh.
that you can have your secrets. That's fine. Just get us to fuck
Why
out
is
of
it the
this
truth?
ash-ridden cave. My bum feels like 2080 grit sandpaper. My cheeks are braiding each other. It's not exactly like a holy union. You know what I mean? They're clapping, and it's. I'm getting proper chafed here.
How much do each of the other tapestries weigh?
They all weigh 50 pounds each.
I'm gonna sit down on the floor and start
I
drawing
will
this.
bear a
Join this
tapestry
circle.
or two if required. Just get us the fuck out of this place.
I
Okay.
can carry them all.
As
Okay.
he begins to prepare the chalk circle, you sort of have to sweep a segment of cave clear of bones and roots and ashes and all sorts of other debris in order to get it clear enough. You know how it is with magic circles, right? You've got a demon bound and then a single straw crosses a circle and then it disembowels you and eats your soul. These things have to be done properly.
Of course.
Yeah, Lysha, you see that all three of the tapestries are sort of in order. The first
Okay.
one is Snor Rides the Glacier, when the frost giants crashed through the mountains and invaded. The second one is called The Dance of the Seasons, and it shows the first 4 Huldra queens on the slopes of the holy mountain, Glen Croix, performing. They're chasing the spirits, and the spirits are chasing them, and the legends say that they danced for 4 days until they convinced the spirits of the valley to help them, imbuing each of them with the power of one of the seasons, and then together they anointed the first king, the Winter King. The third tapestry shows the Autumn Wars. The Lady Rowan is in one corner. Neve of the Golden Hair is in the other corner, up at the top. And the two of them are sort of reaching down, and roots and other signs of their influence are playing amongst the Huldra. Neve of the Golden Hair has the Winter King sort of in her arms, covering his eyes gently with a soothing but sinister touch. Around her, the autumn Huldra unite, and against them are arrayed the Huldra of spring, summer, and winter. And the Lady Rowan is guiding them against their kin. And between them stands one Huldra knight in shining armor, holding up a sword and a shield to try to keep them apart. It's the story of the first kinslaying that these two sisters instigated by dragging the Winter King into their squabbles against each other.
Okay, I'm gonna roll them back up and try and
Mhm.
bind them to my back. I can only just carry all 3 of them and the shit I already have.
Just,
So she's like slightly bent over, but it's not making her any slower. But if she put
Mhm.
another 3 pounds on her, she'd fall.
All right. Allan, it takes you a couple of minutes for the huge flash of light to clear from your eyes, and then you are able to draw up the chalk circle and begin preparing the magic.
I'll begin preparing the magic and direct the others to come and stand inside of it once it is finished.
Okay.
Wait,
What?
can I carry the head if I have this?
So, what did we determine it was? Like 800 pounds?
It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, what
absurdly
does your
heavy.
character sheet say that? So click on, see where it says weight carried? Click on that and see at the top it says encumbrance, your carrying capacity, and your ability to push drag and lift.
I am
can lift
270 pounds.
1,080 pounds.
Okay, I was
Wow.
going to say, you can't carry this, but you can bench it. And the way the spell works, for 1 round, the spell becomes like a teleportation pad, where anyone who walks on it, like it opens the gate
Nice.
and you walk on
You
it.
can
So
transport it.
you could lift the head with you.
Nice.
I will try and do that.
All right. Also, hello, Bemi. Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the raid. Just got done with their game. Very awesome. You are in the middle of us finally advancing the plot with a teleportation circle to the Elven City.
You haven't missed anything at all. To be fair.
Literally, we've spent the entire game looting and fighting with Allan and basically roasting him.
That's,
Yeah.
I didn't roast him at all.
Well, the good news is now none of you need to watch the first 3 arcs because you've just had them all summed up.
Yeah.
Also
Rude.
true.
All right. So Thoras is going to, at the moment that the gate opens, lift the head and stumble through with it.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody else have any special parameters before you enter the teleportation circle?
No, I'm gonna walk right up in there.
Okay.
Into place.
All right.
So Allan was presumably not blind when he drew this circle. I don't need to worry about being splinged, for lack of a better term.
I waited for my blindness to wear
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Okay. As the last piece of the spell comes together, the chalk circle glows with an emerald light that shines upwards, and anyone who steps into that light is instantaneously transported to a strange border between the mortal realm and the other world, because that is where the city of Lunasa has been shunted to protect it from the fiery apocalypse unleashed unknowingly by most by Lysha's bout with wild magic some time ago.
None of us know that.
Actually, yeah, none of you know that. You step through it, and there's a moment of weightlessness, even for Thoras carrying the 800-pound dragon head just, over his head. Waits till the last moment, steps into the circle. There's a moment of weightlessness as you pass between worlds. And with that, you stand in the middle of a living tree, some several hundred feet tall. A natural sort of pocket inside of its branches. You can see the wood itself runs out beneath your feet, and then the tree continues to grow upwards. There's a riot of colors, golds and reds and oranges, the colors of autumn and an eternal fall splendor. This is what the place that you've traveled to was supposed to look like before it was devastated by wild magic. And the Dungeon Master has prepared a map somewhere here. There it is.
Oh, welcome, halfling. You would never be allowed here,
Not a
Who are you
halfling.
saying
I'm a half-blood, not a halfling.
Reasonable.
They
Get
are
you-
quite different.
Get your insults right. All right. You arrive surrounded by very surprised guards.
Oh, can I drop the head now?
Yes, it collapses and the wood creaks and groans beneath it as it plops with a wet thud. The air here is not stained with that ash, nor is it the sort of cold, bitter frost that the Sealy Court sort of haunted you with. Here it's fresh, and it's a little bit like leaves in the rain in an old forest where it gets a little bit of that mildew scent just underneath, and some sort of another grainy harvest smell to it. It's all quite lovely. The sun doesn't seem to know what it's doing at the moment. One moment you look out and it's sort of hanging over at noon, and then the next moment you blink and it's now near the horizon like it was forever in the Unseelie Court. A consequence of the fact that this city was shunted between worlds for its own safety. You are surrounded, like I said, by very surprised Huldra guards who immediately hold you at spear point. And they have a number of questions. How will you answer them?
I'm
In Elvish?
exhausted. I'm waiting for Lysha.
Mm-hmm.
I am Lysha of the Huldra. I come from what I don't know what the name of my village and temple were, but them.
Yeah, these days that's called Ground Zero. We know it well. All right, as seeing that the rest of them are with you, they relax, though they're not going to just, you just dropped an 800-pound dragon head on the floor. They're going to have some additional questions, but they're not going to just shish kebab you on sight.
I'm going to kind of unburden myself of the
Just
tapestries.
Mm-hmm.
I come bearing relics of our people. And like kind of unroll the first of the three to like show them what it is.
And the others are gifts for the wedding, aren't they?
No, all three of them are going back to my people.
For fuck's sake! Excellent, Lysha. Excellent.
If you wanted gifts for the wedding, you should have taken some of the dragon eggs, idiot.
Preserving culture, that's what we're all about over here.
Oh, crap.
no
Did we not
dragon
pick up
eggs.
any of the dragon eggs?
There were no
Balls.
dragon eggs. They were cracked
weren't they?
open.
They were broken.
They were broken open.
They were-
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're welcome to go ahead and clean yourselves up. You're going to have to be escorted, but, you can avail yourself of the city's... What's the word I'm looking for? You can get cleaned up, you can have a bite to eat, you can have a long rest, you can stay for the night, but they're going to want the full story from you in the morning.
Yes, please.
Thank
Right.
you.
Do we have freedom
While-
of movement? Or
We're
are we
mildly singed
confined?
and poisoned.
They are probably going to want you to stay relatively in place until they've had a chance to give you a full talking to. But, they've got sort of a wing, one particular trunk of the city that has all of your immediate needs, and then you can talk, when you're ready to talk.
I'm doing that annoying locals thing as we walk where I start explaining every little tidbit of the city as we walk past. And this is where this happened. And that is where this famous thing happened. And did you know that right here?
I am going to... So are we going to get food and then get kind of taken to a bed area to sleep for a long rest? Is that what the guards are taking us to right now?
Basically they're saying sleep it off, have some food, take a bath. You especially, please take a bath, and we'll talk later. We'll talk after you've had a chance to repair.
Is there life around here? I mean, life outside of the Huldra that are actually here? I mean, are there like birds, mice, animals of various descriptions?
Yes, in the general vicinity of Lunasa, if you look out from the central major tree, you can see a whole bunch of other large autumnal trees connected by, Ewok village bridges, essentially. And then beyond that, there's just this haze, this smoky cloud haze.
Well, then,
but
as
within
we
it,
go and
there's
get,
animals and such.
As we go and get some food, I'm gonna eat my fill, but then sleight of hand pocket some food as well. I'm trying to store some, not much, just little handfuls of mostly like bread and whatever I think animals would quite enjoy. And then I'm going to try and slip out before I go to sleep.
Okay. What about the rest of you before Allan sneaks off to commit acts of fuckery?
Thoras. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're fine. Mine's convoluted.
Thoras is just going to search out a potion. He wouldn't know it's called like an apothecary. He would just be searching for the potion place.
The potion cellar.
Yes.
Potion cellar.
Hold on. I think that's. Hold on. If I do this. Hold on. We're going to go out.
Potion cellar.
Yeah, that's it.
Just potions.
I like the way you say
Potions. You can't handle my strongest potions.
Oh.
They're too strong.
All right.
We can have the full back and forth, but I don't think anybody here wants that.
Just go watch the video. We'll just edit it directly into the VOD here, so everyone can watch that bit, and we'll move.
That'd be great.
We'll just directly into there.
What's the point in being sponsored by TC Helicon, Drew, when we all have one anyway?
I don't have one.
Do you want to go XLR, babe?
You want to get me one?
You already got. Well, I mean, what's the point? You got me one. It'd be like re-gifting you the gift, except a different gift.
That's fair. Fair.
Yeah.
No, it's like that old story where I sold my hair to buy you this gift, and they're like, I sold my to buy you this new wheel for your bike. Well, I sold my bike to buy you this thing for your hair. Aww.
True.
Now nobody has anything.
Hair?
It's a story. I swear this is how the story goes. Also,
It's an old story.
Les
Some
Miserables.
people in poorer countries sell their hair for wigs.
Not to buy wheels for bicycle. Well, I mean,
Maybe.
possibly.
Maybe.
Bicycles might be actually really important.
I'm vastly like
Josh
mistelling
is
the
as
story.
ignorant of the poor as his character.
Yeah. Listen, I'm
That's
about to
actually
give
not
a
that
lot of money to the needy.
Mm.
Yeah,
My character is,
Thoras-
sorry, not me.
Thoras wishes to find a potion place.
All right. And you're looking to get your strange sedimentary potion identified, right?
This is going to be interesting to roleplay because Thoras has never set foot in a potion place.
Yes.
So he's going to try and act like he knows what he's doing.
Okay. There is a particular branch of the tree that is, again, still alive, but has been magically cultivated to grow out in such a manner that the local apothecary and alchemist can do her work. And there's an outcropping where she can make her most noxious mixes, and they can escape without tainting the tree itself. And if you look up from that balcony, that open balcony, the leaves above it have all sort of melted or withered away, leaving a straight shot up into the sky, a sort of natural chimney brought upon by years and years and years of experiments.
Quite quickly, Eren, do you want the dragon's head?
I mean, not particularly, Thoras.
It is yours if you want it.
Yeah, I know, but we travel light these days. I don't really have a hearth to hang it above, and a buxom maiden, to make me my potato soup.
Are you guys just rolling it?
I found out that you wouldn't know what to do with one if you did have one.
I am deadlifting.
Yes, I don't know what to do with the dragon, but now I have the dragon head, Lysha. I don't know what to do with it.
Buxom maiden.
I don't think that's what you meant at all. I don't, no. Listen, I don't really know what to do with them. Perhaps your people will
Yes,
have...
we established that.
Well, my honor permits me to not take it unless you give me permission.
Right. Well, then, by the power invested in me by all the old gods and the new, I give you permission to do whatever the fuck you want with this dragon head that I have no interest in keeping.
I'm going to start trying to roll or lift the dragon head towards the potion place.
Okay.
You're gonna roll a dragon head into the potion place.
The herbalist of Lunasa, and a very important medical advisor to the local prince, and someone who's consulted for all sorts of magical matters and has been studying for hundreds of years of her elven lifetime the various herbs and extracts and such. Here's this behind her, and the first thing she sees is this dragon stumbling in a very unnatural fashion with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. Dun, 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 dun. And then this pair of, under normal circumstances, very brawny, but in this particular context, rather comically undersized
Spindly.
legs underneath it. Just. And it takes her a moment to wonder. She looks down at whatever she was just mixing and sees the fumes coming up and just dumps it out. Splashes her face in some water and turns, and by this point, the dragon's head is on the floor.
Greetings! I am Thoras, Giant's Bane. And I come to
Please finish that sentence.
I
This
thought,
has evolved so badly.
Thoras is. I have potions here. What do they do?
What indeed?
She does a walk around, looks left at the dragon, looks right. This looks fresh. How fresh is this?
Well, I didn't kill it. I assisted with the kill.
That wasn't necessarily the question. How fresh is this?
As I said, I didn't kill it. So, but if you want to keep rubbing it in, that's fine, I guess. Very fresh. I guess a companion of mine killed it recently.
Right. Can you define recently, put it within some sort of chronological boundaries? How recently?
About an hour ago.
An hour ago.
Yes, about an hour ago.
Okay, great. You have potions. That's great. That's exciting. What are you doing with this? And she points at the gigantic dragon head that is, oozing on her floors.
Well, I figured, I don't really know. I'm just gonna carry it around.
How about I take it off your hands?
Why?
There's all sorts of things that I could make from this.
Yeah, it's on my plate.
Well, give me a moment to think. As out of character, my food has arrived.
All right. He goes
Somebody
to
else go.
All right. Thoras sits back and contemplates. I just need villager noises for the next 5 minutes. Lysha and Allan. I know Allan is going to go sneak off to find a bird to give sentience and glorious purpose.
Yes.
Lysha, are you doing anything before he goes off to introduce a creature to the wonderful world of sapience?
Before or as he does that, I would be looking for someplace nearby, if I can, that sells oils and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some place where I might be able to find the components for a resurrection spell.
Reincarnation.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
Reincarnation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no, that's not a problem at all. There's so you walk in to the shop where such things would be sold to see a gigantic oozing dragon head on the floor, and Thoras lost in thought.
Thoras, why have you
yeah.
brought the dragon head to the potion seller?
No reason. Thoras wanted to know what the potions were for. Why?
Oh, no reason. I just came by to find some oils and found you here with a dragon head. I was worried you might be intimidating the potion seller, but I'm sure they're very interested in this.
Thoras is thinking of uses for the dragon's head. Maybe.
Well, do you know how taxidermy works, Thoras? Because you could let the potion seller drain the blood from dragon and then
culture has no taxes.
Okay. Never mind. Do you know of heads mounted on? Do you have a house?
No.
Right. Well, perhaps a
Yeah,
tooth from the dragon would suffice as a trophy for you that you could hang from your belt, and we could sell this head to this lovely person.
Thoras would feel terrible picking a trophy out of it because Thoras did not kill the dragon. So,
Why don't you make one for Eren, and then you can have one to match, so you can be dragon slaying buddy.
oh, I cannot take one. But Eren, that is a good idea. Eren, he is new to this. I can tell. But
Well, but
make him a
Thoras,
trophy.
Eren would not be alive were it not for you, so perhaps you deserve a trophy as well.
No. Lysha, I did not kill it.
Well, then perhaps we can make a trophy for you out of Eren's ashes.
The potion seller looks at this conversation increasingly lost and increasingly concerned about what is going on.
Oh,
Potion
Eren
seller.
died and was resurrected by him, but I still have his ashes because I had intended to reincarnate him. Speaking of reincarnation, can you help me find some oils?
Potion seller?
Yes, yes, I can definitely do that. On the house, and by on the house, I mean you leave this dragon's head here with me, and I will cover the cost of the rare unguents and concoctions required to perform that most advanced druidic rite, and I'll gladly identify your potions for you as well.
Thoras will not be bamboozled so easily.
That's 1,000 gold pieces worth of oils, Thoras.
Thoras knows the worth of a dragon's head.
So give him an ear.
Thoras. Dragon's heads are worth a lot.
Hold on.
Wait, wrong roll, maybe.
Was that deception, or are
It
you
was
trying
deception.
to see if you know how much
Thoras
dragon's
has
head is worth?
no idea how much a dragon's head is worth at all. Thoras has heard of the legends of bartering, and he's dabbled with it in weird cities where they gave him like a bone flute that might be used to tame deities. He doesn't actually know, but he's going to try it here. He's pushing himself out of his comfort zone.
He's trying to barter.
Hmm.
See? Okay.
Clearly a very canny consumer, I can tell.
Mm.
All right. The ingredients that she needs. I'll identify your potions. And I will make for you from this dragon a potion of dragon's breath on top. In all honesty, we're now talking about roughly equivalent value. You know, this is a very fair deal.
Insight check.
Go for it.
16.
Yeah. The apothecary, she's being earnest. She felt like she was pretty close to it before, and adding a potions of dragon breath, she feels happy with the deal, and she feels like it's fair to you as well.
It is pretty fair, Thoras.
Thoras likes the cut of your jib.
Do you know what that means, Thoras?
Jib is like a piece of a fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what, regardless, potion seller.
So is that a yes, Thoras?
Thoras likes your jib, and Thoras likes your deal.
I think he said he likes your fish.
And I'm gonna go to shake their hand,
Okay. All right.
covered in goo.
She looks at you for a moment. You know, she's about to go use every part of the dragon on this thing, and so she's gonna go for it.
As a token of goodwill from my people to yours, I will help you lift it to wherever you need it lifted to.
That is
Now you're just showing off.
Well, Lysha, what I have learned on our journey together is that not all people are built like Goliath bodybuilders.
That is true, Thoras, and how very
Yep.
kind of you.
I've been working on it. Noticing, that is,
All right.
how weak people are.
Okay.
Yes, you told Allan. You should tell him again.
Good idea. He needs to be reminded.
I will also remind Alan that the disadvantage in all charisma checks is still in effect because of broken ego. All right, so she'll accept your health or your assistance as you hoist it into the air, and she uses some small amount of druidic magic to entice the tree to lower some strong branches down to lift the thing up, to hold the thing up in the air where you've hoisted it, and to hold the weight so that she can get underneath it and begin, processing this this great beast. Go ahead and add the material components to your inventory, Lysha. And how many potions?
She's pretty much going to go home and do it tonight. She'd like enough for 2 potions. So one set she'll put in her inventory, and the other set she'll go home and try and reincarnate
Korak. All right, cool. I'm going to give Alan a chance to go catch his bird, and then we're going to roll some percentile dice to see what Korak comes back as. Thoras, how many potions did you have to identify? Was it just the...
I had 2.
Oh, you took the other one, the bubbly one with the jellyfish bubble in it.
I believe I did.
All right.
Unless somebody else took it.
No, I believe that's yours. The strange layered potion is a potion of climbing.
All of it?
Yeah, the whole thing. It's layered like that because it involves a lot of earth magic, because it enables you to, it's designed to climb mountains and such. So it's got a lot of primordial elemental earth in it, and each of those layers is designed to be like a there's a fancy word for it, like a rock layer, an archaeological layer, if you will.
Sediment layer.
Yeah.
Thoras is the best climber in his tribe. Yep.
Essentially, for an hour, you have advantage. You have a climb speed, meaning you can climb as fast as you can walk, and you have advantage on every single athletics check you make to climb. So you can climb incredibly fast temporarily.
It's pretty nasty.
The other one is a potion of water breathing. It does exactly what it says on the tin for 1 hour.
Pretty good.
And you gain a potion of green dragon's breath. After you drink it, you can use a bonus action 3 times to spew poison on people.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Considering
good.
That almost one-shot Lysha, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, it's not that strong. It's
I hate to see it.
It's not the full strength of the dragon. It's significantly weaker, but it is an area of effect attack, and it's usable as a bonus action, which means you
Plus,
can
I'm
wail on
immune to
somebody
poison
and then...
now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, because I know you're planning on taking that and then going back and burping in Lysha's face, so no joy on that front, unfortunately.
Speaking of which, as I go back towards my house, if I see Eren on the way past, Eren, would you mind seeing if you can get that armor made for me? I'll pay for it. Just tell me what it costs.
You want... Well, right. I had other plans.
The armor goes skyclad sometimes. She's lovely.
All right, well, that's canon.
I really feel like, people have the wrong idea about me. Sure. I mean, yeah, I would say Eren would have a look for some kind of blacksmith.
Okay. The Huldra are not much for blacksmithing. They don't tend to work with metal as much. They're not opposed to it. It's just that they live in a gigantic tree, so having a forge, is usually not the play.
Health and safety risk.
Exactly.
Tells me that, that we don't need a blacksmith necessarily for this, do we?
But you need
what would be the
leather armor?
A leather worker, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, ironwood worker. They grow. Right. They, especially with their druidic craft, they hone the wood, they induce the wood to uptake metals from the earth and grow, and they harden it in fire and stuff like that. So they can make a variety of objects out of organic materials as needed. Which is why we can headcanon the fact that Ash just invented the fact that she goes skyclad, which would make no sense if you were a blacksmith, because the sheer burning hazard
sometimes
would be outrageous.
I said sometimes.
All right. The armor, you have a fantastic 45-pound bag of green dragon scales, freshly and excellently carved. It is going to take some time to put this together.
Well, they need Lysha, right, to actually fit it to her, I assume.
Well, they can start treating the scales. You know, you have to like put some alchemical treatments on the scales to get them to the level of pliability that you need. And they will need to bring Lysha in for several fittings. It's going to be a similar process to how your sky steel was reforged around you. And there may be some additional costs involved for other reagents and such. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where they won't know immediately. They'll only know like as the project goes along. You know, like having your car done.
Sure.
Yeah, that checks out.
Right? I can see if I can get a quote for you. Let me here. You leave that there.
I really like having your car done.
Yeah, you sit in the lobby, have a nice cup of, it's not coffee, have a nice cup of elven wine, and look at our inspirational posters for a moment while we see if we can figure out what we got going on here.
Yeah, reach for the canopy.
Exactly.
Motivational posters. Yeah, right.
Chat, if you have any good Huldra motivational posters, drop them.
I'd love to hear about it.
Exactly. All right, while I dig through the book for that particular segment. Oh, crafting an item. Magic item, kill a thing. Yeah, you already killed the thing.
I killed it.
Yeah. It is dragon scale armor. Dragon scale, very rare. Ooh, Nelly. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This sounds broken.
Well, what it is expensive. So dragon scale armor costs 20,000 gold to make.
That's a lot of money.
What you brought is going to take 3350 off of that.
Well,
So that leaves you with 16,650. They might be able to work out some sort of a deal with you depending on if you can bring them anything else. Any other valuable components or reagents or other stuff can make it go a little bit further.
Sorry, Lysha, you can do the bartering, mate.
oh, I'm preoccupied at the moment, so right now they just have the materials, and I'll have to barter with them some other time.
All right.
Because I'm not there. Eren's there. I sent him off. All I said was I'd pay for it, not knowing it would cost that much. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Let's go ahead and check in with Allan. What were you doing while everyone else was shopping, essentially?
So while they're going around shopping, what I want to do is I want to find an area that's a little more secluded. I don't know how how heavily are we being guarded? Because my original intention was to slip away invisibly, to cast invisibility on myself and slip away.
Mhm.
If
You were half
we were being
in the middle of Lunasa.
well,
Just slinking off.
yeah, but
like
I would
Top
be
Cat.
invisible, you know. But if we're not being heavily guarded and I can find a little secluded area, I'm not planning to do anything horrific, so I don't really need to slink away. So I guess it comes down to how heavily we're actually being watched.
If you try to leave sort of the branch that you're in, which is its own little mini community, you know, obviously you've been able to go to the potion seller and the leather worker without being interrogated. If you try to stray too much further into the rest of the city, you're going to be stopped probably.
Okay, well then I will pretend to go to to the bed chambers, whatever they've set up for us, whatever that might be, and I'm gonna wait in there for a little while, and then I'm going to cast invisibility on myself, and I'm gonna slink out, just me, the birdcage, and some food.
Okay.
And I'm heading for a secluded area that has wildlife still around. Like, I assume this is a little late on in the day because we'd already tackled the dragon at this point. So, you know, sometime just before dusk when the birds are still out, presumably. That's what I'm aiming for. So that it wouldn't seem ridiculous that I'm heading to bed, because I mean we did just fight a fucking dragon.
Right.
Like I'm kind of tired, but also I'm out here trying to catch myself a birdie. And I'm gonna try and slink away whilst casting invisibility on myself and get to this area.
Okay, let's start out with a stealth check with advantage for the invisibility.
24.
Yeah,
Damn.
okay. That'll you'll be able to slink past the guards. You make too much noise, you might get caught, but for the time being, you are in good shape. Next off, why don't we do a perception check to sort of find something apt?
Okay. All right.
And, no advantage on this. This is just you on the hunt.
23.
23.
Ooh,
what are you
you're
looking
rolling well.
for? What are you looking for?
I particularly am looking for not a raven, because that's too overplayed, but I want some kind of bird that I would know has good eyesight from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not looking for a falcon or anything. I'm looking for something low key that would fit in most scenarios around an Accra.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess some kind of pigeon would do, honestly. Or yeah, some kind of like wood pigeon or something would be perfectly fine.
Okay.
I don't know which birds have
don't
better
think
eyesight than
pigeons
others.
have very good eyesight.
I mean, what they use them as homing pigeons, though, right? So they must have some innate
They have good
understanding of like
direction.
They can
direction
sense
and
the
stuff.
they can sense the planet's magnetic field. And
Birds with good eyesight. I'm googling it now. I mean, I assume Alan would have a better idea than I did.
oh, roll a
know?
nature check to see exactly how good of an idea you do have.
Oh God! All right.
I'll tell you right now, I don't have
20, bro. He knows everything about birds.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He's an ornithologist.
Ornithologist. That might be a neologism. Okay, well, hawks and owls and falcons are sort of your top tier eyesight.
Yeah, but I don't really want a bird of prey
Apparently,
because birds of
sparrows
prey,
have ridiculously good eyesight.
a sparrow seems very on
perfect.
brand.
that is
yeah.
absolutely perfect. The sparrow is perfect. Then, if that is good eyesight, that's what I'm after.
Great.
I'm after just a nice little tree sparrow that's hanging around these parts.
I don't have bird sounds in my soundboard, otherwise I'd hit that.
And so what I'm gonna do is I'm aiming to find an area that has those whilst remaining invisible, and I can cast invisibility on myself for 5 hours. So I'm in this for the long haul.
Okay.
Like I'm ready to burn some spell slots to keep myself invisible. And I'm gonna take the food that I had pocketed away earlier and sprinkle it inside the bird cage. I don't want the bird cage to be invisible or the food. So I'm gonna put that out in a kind of well-lit area, and I am gonna stand right next to it and whistle bird song and try and attract these birds. And once one comes in, I'm going to attempt to shut the door on it.
Okay. Roll a performance check with... No, you got a natural 20 on your nature check. Roll a performance check to whistle bird song.
Oh my god.
Oh, an 11!
As it should be.
Ooh.
With disadvantage, because that's a charisma-based check, and you don't feel very good about yourself.
Oh my
Still an
God.
11.
Yeah, you'd have to roll a natural 1 to get lower than an 11.
Yeah.
So, all right. It's not the most convincing bird song of all time. Roll a handle animal check. Or animal handling. I don't remember how it's written in this version.
I click of the button.
You click of the button.
Oh, here it goes. There we go.
17.
17. That's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah. It only takes 3 hours. How many spell slots is that
Okay.
going to be?
That burns an additional 2 spell slots because I had cast it for the first time for an hour, and I would have to recast it for 2 more hours. So I have 2 spell slots left with which to do anything at this point.
Okay.
But I've managed to catch it. I've managed to successfully close the door and everything, and it's inside.
Yep, the bird is in the
Wonderful.
cage.
I'm never getting
Okay.
this fucking cage back. God damn.
Perfect.
Dude.
So at this point, if it took me 3 hours, I mean, we're still talking like this is just about sunset. Like it's starting to get dark. So I'm now gonna head back. I'm actually just going back to my now I've got a chirping little bird
With the
in there.
chirping little bird in there.
Well, then I still have 2 spells left, so I'm gonna cast. Oh, that only lasts for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna start to make my way back towards the area. Back towards the bed chamber area. And as I get towards places that I have to slink past people, just before I get to those areas, I'm going to cast Sleep on the sparrow. And I'm going to cast it twice so that it stays asleep, hopefully, for 2 minutes. And I'm going to try and wiggle my way back to my bed chambers within 2 minutes.
Okay, so when you cast Sleep, invisibility pops.
Oh yeah,
It's a really good plan. Like, honestly, it's a really good plan, but you need to keep that part in mind.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. This is what we're going to do then. How close can I get to my bedchamber area without, or how close can I get to the main tree without being heard? Because that's what I'm worried about. Like, would I be able to actually get back to the main tree area without having this bird hear me? Are there guards posted around?
Yeah,
the
there are
perimeter?
guards posted around the perimeter of the main area.
Okay, then this is what we're going to go for. We're going to try and post up 500 feet away from the perimeter of the tree. So we're going to try and get, fairly close, maybe 400 feet away or something. And we're going to try and find a secluded spot in the tree area, somewhere that nobody else is, that's maybe 100 feet in. It's just past the guards. And I'm going to dimension door to that point.
Okay. Give me a stealth check with advantage before the invisibility wears off, because you're still under the invisibility, to move yourself into position.
Okay.
Just creating lots of opportunities for this to go wrong, that's all.
We like that.
Okay, 22 low.
22
minimum. All right, so that's fine.
I don't know what the other one is. It's taken a while to roll.
Well, it's a 22 is fine, so you're good. And then you cast Sleep on the bird, right? Oh, 24.
Yes. No, if I'm doing this plan, I'm not even going to bother casting Sleep on the bird, because when I arrive in the middle of the tree, it's just going to be like I was before, except now there's a bird in there. It's going to be like, oh, you didn't go to bed, but you got a bird.
Are you in here on your Game Boy on a school night, young man? All right, then you poof. You transport this little bird, and you appear back in your sleeping with this very annoyed bird in a cage.
Okay, and I'm now just going to go to sleep. I'm going to try and wake up very early in the morning, though. I'm going to set my bird alarm to wake me up.
It wakes you up, you just cast Sleep to snooze it, for however long that lasts.
So it'll wake me up at dawn, right? Which is earlier than I normally get up. So yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'm going to sleep for the minimum time allowed for a long rest.
8 hours.
Yes, apparently sparrows and their family, their vision's not that much sharper than humans, but it's up to like 3 times as fast. They can see things moving ridiculously fast.
They have really good refresh
and predict
rate.
where they're going to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The human eye can't see past 25 FPS, but sparrows can see at 60.
Yeah.
Basically.
But nobody needs 144. That's just ridiculous.
No.
Oh man, come on! You try playing FPS on 60 hertz and then go up. It's a weird difference, bro. I call bullshit.
I just blame how bad I am on Overwatch on my monitor. That's my normal plan. All right. Does anyone else have anything to do for the evening?
I'm gonna do my reincarnation ritual.
Yeah, that one little thing. Okay. What's the cast time on that spell? Like an hour?
Takes 1 hour.
Okay. So
I go back to my room. I have the finger. I have the oils. I'm gonna, set the finger in the center. Drip some oils around it.
All right.
Get on the oils in the room.
Yeah. All right.
Good night, everybody. No.
Shit.
All right. You set a very respectful and ritual to summon this
candle.
The spirit back from beyond the pale.
Oh my god.
Not making it better. Not improving it. You set up this very complex.
Drip some hot wax.
I tried.
You're welcome.
I tried. All right. You cast the damn spell. You reach out, calling Korak back into the mortal world that the Huldra actually loves so much. And the elements coalesce at the center of this ritual circle, rising from these unguents, distilled from the air, drawn up from the earth, imbued with the living fire and the water that surrounds you to form a new body. Roll percentile. You did it. Oh,
No,
you
I
didn't do
showed
it.
you the spell. It says the DM rolls the dice.
Ah, great.
Oh.
So
Cool.
if you want to roll it, I got the chart up there for you.
What's the
Die
worst
is the
result
case
from
name.
this, real quick?
Probably
Probably human or maybe a stout halfling.
Dragonborn, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't honestly know that he'll hate Dragonborn more than he hates humans. We'll find out. Probably dwarf, actually. Ancient, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, dwarf would be bad.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see what happens.
As
Oh my
you-
god, he might hate me and ask me to kill him immediately.
As you cast the spell, a strange scent comes in on the wind from the window. A sulfurous, metallic, tangy
Oh,
smell.
oh no.
And you hear the distant whirring and clicking of metal on metal, mixed
Oh,
with the
no.
voice that is coming back. And a body manifests before you, rising tall, with great curled metal horns poking out.
What?
The skin tone is this brassy iron. The
Right.
features are chiseled, almost forged. It is flesh, but
So is
touched
this
by
not
metal.
on the chart?
Not on the chart, mate. Yeah. Pretty obvious, isn't it?
It kind of is on the
It's not
chart.
on the fucking chart.
Oh,
But that's not how it says the spell works.
right. Well, you
Uh-oh.
know, some designs are just
We
inexorable.
also have
Oh.
a DM. Oh god, there it is. Yeah.
As he reappears, Korak breathes again.
Hello, Lysha.
Did you roll a die? I didn't see a die.
Yeah, I did a DM roll.
No, die. Fam.
I got a 100. Korak
Wow.
returns
Father
yeah,
mucking fun of a sitch.
as a tiefling. A mortal,
Sort of a tiefling, apparently.
yeah, a tiefling of Anachronus. Tieflings are mortals who are touched in some way by a fiendish power. They usually have, they might have tails or hooves or horns. And in this case, those features are almost, but not quite, mechanical.
Right. So it's not. I always thought tiefling was like a halfling, but no, it's just someone that's slightly twisted, right, by some influence.
Yeah, it's tieflings are to fiends as Azimars are to celestials.
Gotcha.
They're literally
dear.
like opposite sides of the same coin. And he breathes in a choking gasp and looks around him, wild-eyed. And the eyes are, when they open, they almost, inside the iris, they almost slide open like a mechanical iris under the lid
Korak?
as he looks around. He looks at his own hand, which end in these slightly sharp fingernails, not claws, but almost claws, and is incredibly confused.
Korak? Are you all right?
What?
You died
Is this
pretty
hell?
horribly. No, though you might think it so. I hope you will not hate me, but I could not let your knowledge die with you. So
He-
I've reincarnated you.
He looks at himself and then he scrambles around, knocking things over, looking for a mirror, any reflective surface that he can see himself in.
Like make space and kind of like press myself against the wall, trying to let him get to a mirror.
All right. There's not a whole lot of mirrors around, but eventually he finds his way to a puddle and just looks it in, sees his face looking back at him, stares down in utter disbelief. Oh, at least I'm not human.
That's what I thought. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. You can still spend time as a bear if you prefer. Presumably you're still a druid.
He shuts his eyes. There's a moment's hesitation, and then he changes into the form of a bear. And he lets out
Korak! and she hugs the bear.
He lets out a deep grunt of relief. The bear at least
Right.
seems to just be a natural bear rather than a mecha
It
bear.
was a robot bear.
Eren would love riding a robot bear into battle.
Oh my. Don't even get me started.
Eat your heart out, Voltron.
Give me a robot bear and hot wax and I'm Gucci.
Are we going back to okay? Anyway, so yeah, Lysha's hugging Korak. She's
Mhm.
glad he doesn't seem to hate her, and that he's just happy he's not a human. And
That's more. It's less that he's happy he's not a human, and more that's like the one thing he's holding on to in order to maintain some sort of a grip, right? It's still shock. It's still a huge shock, but that at least
That
helps him
makes sense.
process it somewhat.
that makes a lot of maybe
Alright.
stay bear for now, and we'll just let you speak telepathically to our people, and we'll explain later.
He nods.
Yes, I thought
he's
so.
he's gonna stay a bear. He's gonna hang out in bear form for a while. All right. Is there any reason why the party should not now take a long rest?
Nope.
Okay. So we're going to do a couple things. First off, we're going to take a long rest. Second off, I'm going to explain a little bit about what is going on in Lunasa, because our next episode, which should be the arc finale, is going to be the wedding itself. So,
All right.
people have already started traveling to Lunasa to prepare for the wedding. And they've been put up in these different areas of the city, if you're looking at your map right now. Here at the center, oh, this is not a helpful. Okay. Here at the center is where the leadership of the city is gathered. It's sort of the main hub of Lunasa. And we'll have a chance to meet those folks probably next time. There's a few key characters, not too many, who are in charge of the city, who are trying to deal with this influx of Fae arriving and other dignitaries arriving in this flickering caught between two worlds weird ass wedding venue. Up here, the Lady Rowan is not yet in attendance, but many of her entourage, her court, dignitaries and such, the Unseelie have set up in this area. They've sort of made it their own, and many of the Huldra are avoiding it, keeping a guard on the perimeter, but it's like, okay, you can have this wing of the city, these trees are under your jurisdiction, don't go causing trouble outside of that. Down here, the Seelie have begun to arrive, bringing with them lovely, enchanting music and all sorts of bright, cheerful flowers sprouting all over it. The Huldra are similarly giving this area a wide berth. Neve of the Golden Hair and her train have a bower of like a little living garden at the center of these trees where they're holding out. And up here, the wild fae of Nguyen's court have begun to gather. You're not yet sure who is already here, who's actually arrived, but you do know that preparations for the wedding are well underway. And that the three fairy sort of groups have largely been keeping to themselves to avoid any sort of bad blood. This is supposed to be a happy occasion. Let's not bicker and argue about who kills who. They're all well and truly split up. So, barring anything else, in our next adventure, we are going to have the lead up to the wedding, and we're going to see how you're going to actually handle the wedding itself, whether you're going to try to make it run smoothly, try to make it run terribly, or convince the groom to run away.
None of us know that that's the thing except Allan, right?
Correct.
Allan is about to share this knowledge with you, though. That's what I was planning to do tomorrow. Is on the morrow, because I don't think this is a decision that, frankly, Allan doesn't believe there's really any moral obligation to do any of these things, because they all serve one person's interest and screw over the other two. So it's all pretty even Stevens as far as he's concerned. It's not like he's a romantic and believes in true love and wants the marriage to go on no matter what. So he's just going to present the options to the group as they were presented to him. And rather than say that the snake told him, he's going to say that he did a bit of digging of his own and has come to these conclusions.
Even if you were a romantic and believed in true love, this wouldn't be it, right? Because the king
Exactly. So, and that's what he's going to
doesn't love her.
say. Yeah, exactly. That's what he was planning to bring up if Lysha had been of the opinion that, you know, the wedding must go on because it's beautiful.
Oh
and
no,
it's a
if he
wedding.
doesn't love her, we must save him.
You believe we have a moral obligation?
Potentially.
That sounds fun. I enjoy being on the right side of your moral compass and still enjoying myself.
Out of character, I was invited to the wedding as a champion of the Lady Rowan, right?
Yes. Each of you were invited to the wedding under specific circumstances.
I need to go back
Invitations.
and reread my invitation.
It's
Yep.
in your journal here in Roll20. You can pull it up in
There
the
it
journal
is.
tab. Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hmm.
right.
So,
The plot.
And Thoras didn't agree to give the bone flute to her as a gift, did he?
I will consult the VOD.
I don't think he did.
I don't
I think you
recall
said
him
you
doing
had a
so.
gift. It was you didn't say for sure you were gonna, and you would give it to Nima, the golden hair or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The unseelie queen, not
the-
to,
The Sealy Queen. The Light Court
or
Queen.
sorry, the sealie
Yeah.
queen rather
Yeah.
than the unsealie.
I never said to anyone I was going to give that.
Yeah, I don't think
You-
you made that promise.
You showed it to the Lady Rowan to ask her what it was, thinking that asking her if it was going to be a good gift.
Yeah, and she said it would be suitable only for her sister, which Thoras, you know, a couple of chills went up his spine as that was uttered. And Thoras is tired of being manipulated by Allan and everyone else around him. And they think Thoras is so dumb. So Thoras has a plan that he's going to keep
Oh,
to
God.
himself.
Oh, God. Well, as soon as Alan gets on the same page with the rest of the group, Thoras wants to go off and do his own thing.
What page is Eren on?
Stay for the ride.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What page am I on?
In terms
what-
of like,
What are you thinking?
Well,
In terms of who to support, which archfey to try and get the favor of?
actually, technically none of them at this stage. Eren has to have a very important conversation.
Yes.
Yes.
oh,
There, what,
With whom?
Well, first, Eren wants to consult his spirit guide or the Azumar that's
Mm.
overlooking him. Yeah.
that is 100% going to have to wait till the next session, but I am down for it.
In the meantime, before we even have this discussion, when I wake up in the morning, I would like to spend the 8 hours of the dawn up until midday casting
Mhm.
Awaken upon my sparrow.
People
Using
come,
one of these
like,
agate crystals.
Hello,
I
Alan.
would say as well, like,
Do you want to go shopping, Alan?
I
Shut
can't wait for
the
this to be
fuck up,
obnoxious.
Oliver!
Sorry.
I'm trying to bring sentience to this small forest creature.
Alaka, tell him he's a half-blood, he'll cry.
That doesn't sound very nice.
You're like the Lucius Malfoy of this party.
But the
I-
good-hearted Lucius Malfoy.
I would say that Eren will be most drawn towards the delegate whose alignment is the most similar to his. I think fundamentally. I think that's probably like a good way to feel it out.
Mhm.
Also,
Well-
obviously, like depending on how much they line up with what the party wants to do, and
Mhm.
also, I mean, Eren may like be related to the Unseelie Court by by marriage now in some way or another. So I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work.
The tricky thing with the Fae, right, is the Unseelie will, kill you and eat you. The Seelie will enchant you forever to be their playthings and never return to your life and, not care about the fact that you had people at home waiting for you at all.
Yeah, so you
and-
don't even get to die.
Yeah, and the Wild Fae are a very, very mixed bunch. The Fae are not a monolith by any means, but none of their alignments are inherently good or evil. They sort of have their own. I described them. A Fae could be chaotic buttons, where literally their entire moral code is around collecting the shiniest buttons possible, and they believe that is that's a common thing for a pixie or whatever to have. So
That's fair. The Unseelie are probably more outwardly,
metal.
I don't know, nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outwardly,
Outwardly nasty. Yes, agreed.
So remind me, the Huldra and the Unseelie went to war, or they also went to war with the Seelie on both sides?
So these two sisters, the Seelie sister kidnapped the Winter King in order to
Right.
trick him into using his power against the Lady Rowan. The Lady Rowan said, hey, she, without revealing herself, got all the Huldra up in arms in order to counter that, to which Neve went to the Autumn Court, your people, and convinced them that the other elves had gone mad or were invading their territory and started a civil war between them. So
Which
essentially,
is why everyone
Right.
hates my people.
right, which is why the Autumn Court, things eventually got patched up. So like things are okay now. But, and because the one thing that all the Huldra agree with is that the Fae cannot be trusted. Like, aside from your local nature spirits and stuff like that, the archfey cannot be trusted. They triggered a civil war between our people. Like, don't listen to them. So
They're hosting him
Yes.
graciously.
Yeah, so Alan, both sides suck. Let's go for the wild one.
I am perfectly happy to go for whatever the hell. I'm awaiting input from Eren and Thoras. Frankly, I'm happy to go with the wild Fae myself. I do think that my talents personally are better suited to orchestrating things in favor of the May King, but I'm happy to go either way. Honestly,
Listen, my
not a big fan of
role-
Lady Rowan though. Honestly, she
My voice
liquefied
is
my spirit
supposed to be
animal.
a bomb for peace, though.
Peace,
Mm,
sure.
My role here is to
The May King can get a piece of that
ensure-
ass.
Who's yours?
Anyone's he likes once he's not married.
I mean, listen, all kinds of cake. My role here is to make sure that people aren't just slaughtered. And I'm not sure how much I care about aligning with one of these so much as I just would like people not to get.
So to refresh you, the reason that one of the Archfey has to be placated in some way is because each of them has the power to grant you a relic that will help you get into Cryas,
Gotcha.
which is why we're
Right.
on this quest in the first place. So
If you don't want people to be slaughtered, Eren, then perhaps we should not go for the Lady Rowan. I have a feeling that more people would die if she got what she wanted.
Listen,
You have no idea how many people the Seelie Court is capable of killing.
I think I agree. I'm not really all that excited about the Lady Rowan. I think
There
I need
are
to
fates worse
consult-
than
I need to consult some people before I decide who I'm actually going to support here.
reasonable. I absolutely suggest you do that. Just remember, there are fates worse than death. You could be a half-blood like him.
True. Wait, excuse me? Very rude.
All right, so I was just actually trying to hurt your feelings there, Eren. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not Eren.
Call
Alan.
me the wrong name as
first of all-
well.
First of all, I am a half-blood.
Yeah.
Although
fair,
no one.
But you're half celestial, and that's just beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Right.
much better than being half an elf.
If you're halfway to getting thrown
No,
out
you're
the
half
window,
a human.
no-
Let's be clear on the part that's bad.
oh
Oh.
my god.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Children. All right, children.
what
Thoras
is
cannot believe what he is hearing.
Lysha's not usually such a racist. She just realized that it upsets Alan, and she has discovered a deep
Yeah,
love
no,
of
man,
disliking
you know what I
Alan
mean?
and
Yeah.
upsetting him.
has
Alan's
As-
very tolerant.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
She's also been sent out into the world to discover if humankind is
Yeah.
worth her people's trouble, and she discovered that the humankind has basically started the apocalypse. So she's a little unsure right now about humans in general.
oh lord.
Thoras,
Right.
where are you feeling on this? I mean, should we just leave it down to Eren's conscience to decide? Are you
Thoras
ambivalent like
Will
myself
not
and
be
Lysha?
made a puppet.
well, I don't think
Okay.
anyone's hand is big enough to fit anyway, Thoras.
What do you mean? You're normally happy to just chop things up.
Thoras has been told that he will be a champion for the Lady Rowan,
Oh Christ.
and
Oh,
Thoras does
God.
not think it is wise to say no to her. She will liquefy me like she did your rhinoceros.
Well, you can still I'm going to try and teach you something here that is the art of deceit. One can still pretend to be the champion or still actually be the champion of the Lady Rowan whilst working against her best interests.
Listen,
So you're
Thoras,
Yep.
I'll make it very clear. I have also, my presence here is on the request of the Lady Rowan. That doesn't mean I need to, obey her every whim.
Here,
Yes,
let me.
my presence here is also at the behest of Lady Rowan as a
You know-
balm for peace between our peoples.
I'm gonna pull out the invitation that's literally been in my crack for the past 3 months.
And dust the ash off it,
Yeah. It says, Alan, can you read this?
Yes, yes.
Aw.
Come here, come here.
Are you actually take
Oh, God. That's worse than my snake. I mean, I'm gonna read it. I mean, I don't know what it says because you're the one that actually has that information. But
Did
I
it
would
just
read
pop
out for
up
the
on your
group.
screen or no?
Oh, I wasn't looking. I no, not
It
on my screen.
says,
I don't think.
Thoras. Wait, hold on. No, I'm not gonna.
I see it
I'm gonna
also
go
on
extra.
the. If you look in
Hold
Twitch
up.
chat, in Twitch you can see it.
No,
I can
I'm
see
gonna
it now.
redo it. I'm just gonna redo it.
Ha! I love how it's written. Oh,
I found
my
it.
God.
Yeah.
I found
This is
it.
incredible.
Oh, let me. I'm gonna read it out. Thoras.
Wait. It's in giant.
Oh, is it? Oh, it
You wouldn't
is.
be able
Yeah,
to
I wouldn't be
read
able
it.
to read it.
I-
This is absolute nonsense,
Give that here.
and it stinks.
I'm just gonna start speaking in giant, expecting everybody to understand me.
And what does that sound like?
Otas da Goldor Dancelador Histal Daedor powerful weapon.
Oh, she's gonna
Um,
give. She thinks you're a powerful weapon, does she?
I think it's a gigantic tool, but I guess we just
Thoras,
differ on the
your
specifics.
primordial is atrocious.
No, that's giant.
Oh, what does it mean?
Oh.
Thoras?
I need Thoras. I need a champion at my sister's wedding. There will be food and drink and games of strength. If you are the strongest, I will gift you a powerful weapon.
This is the first time
Ah.
I've ever heard Thoras say the word I.
Thoras, don't you already have a powerful weapon?
I mean, hey, you have Habron. What could be
Yes.
more powerful than that? I mean, outside of my weapon. But
Habrion is mighty. I have no need for her weapon.
Thoras, what could be more powerful than your own fist? Why do you need her?
Yeah,
Well,
just
my axe is
fist your opponent.
We were this close to getting past that. I was like, all right, we're getting there. It's okay. It's okay. Nope.
Thoras has only need for one axe, and that is Habrion. But
And your spear.
and my spear,
wow,
correct?
Thoras. So who would have thought someone as large as you would rely on so many different kinds of weapons?
Thoras has been known as
Actually, speaking of which, Alan, what kind of weapon do you have?
Me?
A bow?
My
Yes,
my
how
music,
good is your
a
bow?
I've got a fairly decent bow. Why are you suddenly asking about my bow?
Well, I so seldom use mine because I actually have skills, and I thought you might be able to use it.
You really just cannot do something nice for me, can you? You have to layer in an insult there.
I
What?
thought I was doing something nice.
I have a normal short bow, just a bow.
Well,
Just-
here, take this.
what are you
It's a
giving
plus
me?
one short bow.
Oh, thank you.
Give me yours, though.
Okay.
I just want to
All
point
right.
out, by the way, that Lysha was really naive, didn't understand sarcasm, didn't really have anything nasty about her until she joined up with this party.
Yeah.
Now
That's
every
true.
other sentence she's
That's
actually ripping you on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's character growth. It is character growth
In a way.
in a direction.
Straight up Gretchen Wiener in our friggin' party.
Don't just ignore that roll.
right.
So yeah, find yourself a plus one short bow. I'll just get a regular one.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Brilliant.
the point is though.
Yes, back to the point.
Thoras feels like he may have to fight for Lady Rowan. And as much as Thoras might be intimidating and big, Thoras doesn't really like them.
Thoras, don't you think that these wildfey resonate far more with you and your people? Everything I've ever heard about Goliath culture is that you roam free, you do as you please, and you're not held by any laws or deed or title outside
Yes,
of
but
the
a real core part of Goliath culture is self-preservation.
Wait a second.
Oh, you and Alan might have something in common.
Yes, I think we do. I have been asked at this wedding to perform tasks for the Sealy Court. And there are 2-3 of us doing tasks for the Unsealy Court, no?
I am not necessarily serving any court, actually. I'm just here on
Well-
the behest of one of them.
Is this not a perfect scenario for us to appear as if we are supporting nobody and yet work in the shadows for one particular group?
You
I mean,
propose we split up and 3 of us would serve different masters, and what? I would.
and yet orchestrate for one common purpose. Work, I dare say, for the first time ever, as a team.
You are.
You can
Now-
beat the shit out of people in the Unsealy Court, Thoras, and also give us information about what the other people over in the Unsealy Court are up to.
I can't
What?
believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Alan.
Right, but just very quickly, we require a relic to help us access the realm of Cryas.
Mhm.
How will we acquire said relic if we end up not ingratiating ourselves with any of the leaders of the courts?
Only one of us need look the hero. And I'm not saying it has to be me. I'm not trying to big myself up here, but any of us could be the one that is in the good graces.
Well,
as
I
long as
believe the
none of
rest
us
you
piss
could
the
use
others
some
off.
practice anyway.
If I'm meant to be there as a voice piece for my people, there is more than just my life on the line, but that of all of my people, or at least those yet living. So
You be peaceful. You just work in the
You
shadows.
feel free to remain impartial, Lysha. I guess the way this pans out, then I would then I would operate at the beck and call of the Wild Fae.
I think you and him may get along if he wants merely to smash poon rather than have a wedding. I believe that is what the ruffians like yourself call it, do they not,
I
Eren?
have never
Alan, were you not
referred to
alluding
it
that
as
you preferred
never
folks
referred to it like that.
who look like
No?
Eren?
Listen, I
Might
am
he not be
here.
more interested? Eren, how seductive can you be?
Oh, Lysha, very, but that's not the point. I am here to function as I am here to function as the Night Protector. My role is to oversee the ceremony, ensure that nobody loses their lives in too gruesome a fashion.
Alan, do you know anything about the May King's type?
I'm sorry, what?
I would be very happy to go and investigate. We have some days before the wedding. I think some reconnaissance is in order.
Right.
But I think that I should spend most of my time in the Sealy Court.
I understand that Eren wants to speak with his spiritual guide. I think that's fair. You would want to speak with your rhinoceros were they still here.
True,
But
true.
instead, he'll appreciate the juxtaposition of actually being part of the court. That's more benevolent, at least at the surface.
Just be careful with the Sealy Court, Alan. There are, in fact, fates worse than death, and you may never get to die, but wish that you could.
Wonderful.
Right then,
Very
I
inspiring.
will have my decision upon the morrow, perhaps, hopefully.
Okay. In the meantime, I think I shall go and investigate the Wild Court. It is the one that we know the least about.
In the meantime, I'm going to make sure Korak is Korak's alive, by the way.
Korak?
Well, you said you were going to reincarnate him, so that's good. Is he ready to be my trusty steed?
He is indeed a bear at the moment, yes.
Oh, well.
What? He didn't come back as a little pitiful insect or something?
No.
Slug?
No. He's
Goat?
He's a bear, right?
he's humanoid.
Well, aren't we
humanoid.
all these days, right?
Is he a half-blood?
No, not at all.
Or after a sort, perhaps.
He's a tiefling.
A what?
It appears of Anachronous. Mhm.
Of Anachronous?
Did you just say that? Oh,
Could you
God.
both roll
Shit!
1d100 for me, please?
Oh, lordy. 39.
Okay.
30.
Carry on.
Well, we should perhaps monitor him. If he has been touched by an infernal, particularly one that has already taken interest in us, perhaps we should leave the bear-looking ass at home.
He is very useful.
Is he?
Is he himself, Lysha? That's what I'd like to know.
Bear.
I cannot leave him among my people.
Why? Not a very welcoming sort to outsiders, are they? Elitist, perhaps?
He may. Well, I wouldn't say elitist.
Xenophobic?
You're being so harsh, Allan.
Am I? Why do you struggle to leave him among your delightful compatriots?
I
His people.
fear that he may no longer feel he belongs there.
All with his best interests at heart. Well, a puzzle for you to figure out.
Also, I think we could use all the help we can get.
Yes, well, I'm sure you'll find plenty amongst your people. I definitely have some calls to make, counsel to seek. You know, left my
Return
engine
from
running down
videotapes.
the road.
Did you rewind?
I'm gonna go and find some needy people as well. I'm gonna try and find some homeless people.
Well, there are the Huldra are doing their best to take in all the folks who survived the gigantic Lysha related, not that that's public knowledge, apocalypse. But this is a place where you could dispense of your golden burden.
Are there people here who know it was my fault?
Nope.
No way. How would that?
Thank God.
At this point, the only way I think anyone could possibly know is with your fault is with high-level divination magic. And you've used some divination magic in the past, so you know that it's usually some sort of cryptic bullshit that comes back. So if anybody knows, it's archmages and archdruids and the like who have been investigating it magically.
Copy that.
Some of whom live here.
Oh, fuck.
But there's no way they'd be able to link it to you. Don't worry about it.
The
You were-
bringer of flame will drop a dragon's head at your doorstep.
Thoras did that.
That's true, actually.
Who binds a bear in brass is the one who set your home aflame.
I think we've given.
He's just a regular bear.
It's a real boy.
I'm a real boy. All right.
What is the deal with these homeless people?
They would
They're
definitely.
not homeless.
They are temporarily
Refugees, right?
homed. Yeah, they're refugees and survivors of the outlying settlements that got wiped out. They would be an acceptable beneficiaries in genuine need of additional resources.
I'm going to try and gather as many of them together as I can, promising them great riches. And then I'm going to do that thing where they like line everybody up and I'm like, take 2 steps forward if you have no belongings whatsoever. Like absolutely none at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then take another 2 steps forward if your previous livelihood you are no longer able to do whatsoever.
Why would this appeal to these people? These whole like, why would they comply with this?
I don't know.
Roll a performance check with disadvantage because it still hasn't been 24 hours.
20.
Yeah, okay. Apparently he spoke from the heart. His shriveled, withered heart. And
I also don't need many people. I need even one would be fine.
It's like
how many?
Technically, I turned this completely destitute person into a minor baron, and that fulfills my contract.
But that, I mean, have you not thought of what would happen if you get, this isn't Thoras saying, but like, if you gave that much money to somebody who was quite poor, you are essentially putting them in danger.
Why?
Well,
They're
because
going to be robbed by the people.
yeah, they
around.
might get robbed or
No,
I mean, these are the Huldra.
These are the Huldra. They're very respectful individuals, and if they do get robbed, fuck it, it ain't my problem.
wow.
How many people step forward?
Yeah, how many people have no belongings or no livelihood?
Or at least
at
least 500.
Okay, I am going to hand out. I guess if I can roughly count that there's like 500 of them, and I have 6,000 gold pieces to hand out, I'll give. I'll start just handing out lumps of 20 gold pieces to each person that comes up, and then at some point when I run out, I'll just be like, unlucky.
It sucks.
Like I'm not doing the maths. I'm just Yeah.
All right. Well,
Wasn't
I'm
something nice supposed to happen if you did this with like true good intentions in your heart?
I am doing it with true good intentions in my heart.
We'll never know, really.
Are you?
Are you though?
Are you?
look,
Well,
he didn't do the
aren't you
thing
doing
where
it
he
just to
immediately
save your
stole
own
it back from someone. He didn't do the thing where he
Exactly.
turned someone into a minor baronet. Was he a
I'm
slight...
not trying to con people.
Yeah.
I might
Says
be
the
getting a
con
little
artist.
callous in how I give my charity. Perhaps if you want to nitpick, but I'm just trying to give to the needy. Tell me you go through such a thorough selection process when you give money to charity.
It's-
It just doesn't happen.
He checked it on CharityMonitor.com or whatever it is to make sure that it was legitimate.
You know, you had enough gold there to set up a fund for all of these people and keep something going. And
You actually could have invested like 40%
Created.
in ETFs, 20% in bonds, 25% in growth stocks.
Imagine
you know.
trusting the Fey banks.
To be
Your
fair,
people's
yeah.
stocks are gone.
Yeah, the Fey Federal Reserve is just printing money right now, bro. They're in recession. They have no property. Like house prices are through the roof.
could have bought them a new town.
It's a housing bubble for the Fey. Mm.
well,
Yeah.
look, there is research that indicates that the best thing you can do for the homeless is just give them a house, and the best thing you can do for the destitute is literally just give them money. So there's an argument to be made here.
Reasonable.
And once I've completed this task, I'm
Mhm.
going to meet back up with Eren
Mhm.
because I need to talk to the Court of Stars about this. I have to immediately tell them that I've accomplished this task.
Mhm.
Oh, and I'm gonna when I give out the 20 gold pieces, I'm gonna ask for their name and their previous occupation as well. So I'm gonna make a list of these people because
You got the receipts.
I need to tell the Court of Stars who I gave it to. So I'm gonna create a fucking horrible bureaucratic,
I wouldn't know.
covered in red tape system.
300 names and occupations.
Yeah.
Just sign your
ledger with
petition.
300 names and
Paying
occupations.
$6,000 for a harp because you don't actually care about giving people money.
Yeah, but also just to get the Court of Stars
How
off my back.
jaded is
as well.
Lysha, man?
He did.
Also, I
have-
already
all
got
of
the
us
thing.
now.
That one was out of character.
Oh, okay.
I
sorry.
already this
Can't
money
tell
was
now,
for the
you know.
agate in the first place, so I got the agate and the harp.
Right, so you're gonna go find Eren.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and look for Eren because he said that he was gonna consult with his spirit guide or something, and I'm like, well, that's the only way I know of getting in touch with the Court of Stars.
Hey, can I butt in on this deeply personal contact with the person who's been, more there for you than your actually father has? I need to ask him about my shit.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, y'all got any of those harps lying around?
Are you winning, son?
All right, so I think we're gonna call it here. We're just because we're a bit raucous for such an important scene. It's about 9:20. I need time to write up the stats on the goddamn harp, so we'll pick it up in our next session, the finale of the fairy wedding. We will start with Eren and possibly Allan, we'll see, meeting with Amglef, the Astral Deva, to talk about some very important things. We will cover what you do for the next 5 days leading up to the wedding, and if the wedding happens, we'll do the wedding itself. Bring this all to a head. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
we RP'd our pants off this session, guys.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
No, like
Now I
I
have to figure out if I have anything valuable enough to trade for those dragon armor.
I think you can afford it.
Alan might be willing to give you a loan as well if you ask nicely.
Hey, Alan, give me money and I will help you not get killed again.
That isn't nicely.
We'll do that next time.
All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate you hanging out. Tune in next week for the finale of Arc 4, the Fairy Wedding.
We hope.
We hope.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye all.